250 years of independence from Britain. The visit comes amid tensions between the U.S. and the U.K. over the Iran conflict in the Strait of Hormuz. Georgia is seeing nearly a record turnout as early voting begins for the midterm primaries. State officials say more than 35,000 in-person votes were already cast on day one, a nearly 40% increase from the 2022 primary. Early voting runs through May 15th, with Election Day set for May 19th. And finally, rain is helping firefighters gain ground on massive wildfires burning across South Georgia, but officials say the threat is far from over. Governor Brian Kemp says crews are making progress as the fires have now burned more than 50,000 acres combined. More than 400 personnel remain on the front lines as drought continues statewide. Today's weather is mostly cloudy with some afternoon sun and a high of 80 degrees and a low of 58. With your Extra 106.3 headlines, I'm Bryce Gobert.
The Kimmer Show is live on your ride home on WFOM and W292 EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. Extra 106.3.
A long call with Russia's president on Lisa Brady, Fox News. President Trump just confirming what he calls a good talk with President Putin, mostly, he says, about Ukraine.
And we had a very good conversation. I think we're going to come up with a solution relatively quickly, I hope.
Also telling reporters that Putin wants to help end the conflict with Iran.
They're not going to have a nuclear weapon. They know it, and just about everybody else does. And so we talked about that a little bit. He doesn't want to see them have a nuclear weapon either.
This as a U.S. blockade of Iranian ports continues during a ceasefire aimed at forcing the regime's hand by squeezing Iran economically.
Now they have to cry uncle. That's all they have to do. Just say, we give up. We give up. But their economy is really in trouble. It's a dead economy.
The president taking questions during an Oval Office event with the 4 astronauts from the recent Artemis 2 mission around the far side of the moon. The president calling their bravery incredible and saying there's a shot at a moon landing during his second term. The Fed says the U.S. economy is expanding at a solid pace.
While job gains have remained low, the unemployment rate has been little changed in recent months. Inflation has moved up and is elevated, in part reflecting the recent increase in global energy prices.
Outgoing Fed Chair Jerome Powell, after a divided decision to leave interest rates unchanged for a third straight meeting, 4 officials voting against it, the most dissent since 1992. Powell just confirming he plans to remain on the Fed Board of Governors for now when his term as chairman ends next month. A suspected ISIS militant is convicted of conspiracy over the suicide bombing that killed 13 U.S. service members and more than 100 others during the U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan. The defense had argued he gave a false confession about scouting a route for the bomber. America is listening to Fox News.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Now, this 25th anniversary of 9/11, the Tunnel to Towers Foundation remains committed to honoring the heroes shaped by that day. Heroes like NYPD Detective Victor Vargas, a U.S. Air Force veteran who died from pancreatic cancer after serving in the World Trade Center recovery efforts. Tunnel to Towers honored Detective Vargas by paying off the family's mortgage. You can donate $11 a month, and you can amplify your impact with a car or land donation. Go to their website, the letter T, the number 2, the letter T.org.
Look out. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer with Pete Davis in the mountains of Macon and looking healthier every single day. It's a beautiful thing. A beautiful thing. Flounders here. Combusto on the board right here at 106.3. Dun, 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 dun. And everything's going fine. Dun, 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 dun. Pete Davis, what's new in the mountains of Macon, sir, as you recover from your major aorta and heart and thing surgery there?
Grover is back.
Grover the groundhog.
Yes.
I'll be damned. Well, now would he be? He wouldn't have been hibernating all this time. You must have a winter cave or something, I'm guessing, huh?
Yeah, he's been gone since like fall. So yeah, he's been hiding.
Do they hibernate this? I wonder. They can't just stay hibernating when, living off the fat of the winter kind of thing. I really don't know. I used to shoot them for the farmer, for Brenda Johnson's ranch over there in upstate New York.
You got so much to answer for when you meet your maker.
Well, they had horses, and it was ranch farmer. And by the way, she was the most beautiful teenage girl I'd ever seen when I was a teenager in a prep school. And John Magruder, one of the prep school guys, went to Exeter, I think, or Andover, I can't remember. And we showed up at the prom at the country club when I was, I guess, 17, whatever it was. And he showed up with this girl named Brenda Johnson. And I'm telling you, she was the prettiest girl I had ever seen in my life. And he was like 6'2", blonde, blue-eyed. So they looked like, cake toppers. They were just a beautiful couple. But she, and we were all preppy friends in a little group and became very close friends. I was her protector, as it turned out, for years and years. And I would go over to her farm, lived over in Chatham, New York. And I would drive over there in my mother's Buick convertible and beat the crap out of the thing over those back roads. And I would drive over there with my 30-30 Winchester Model 94 30-30 lever action rifle, and I would shoot the woodchucks for her and stop. And so the holes in the ground didn't break the horse's legs. So anyway, I apologize. I'm sorry, God.
So did she knock off a piece for you for doing such a manly thing?
But again, she let me kiss her once because I was drunk. And I was very upset because, oh my God, what am I doing? I was very upset. I was hammered. I got drunk because I'd broken up with my true teenage love, Cindy Barrett. And I've mentioned her before, but on my way to Vietnam, she was at the airport talking about going to see her boyfriend who was in the Army. Anyway, and so I was all heartbroken and broken up about Cindy breaking up with me because she didn't look at me as a boyfriend. She let me kiss her a couple of times, but that was it. But anyway, so I was kind of lamenting everything, and I kind of fell into Brenda's arms, and she let me kiss her, and she said, "Now you know who this is, right?" I said, "Yeah, I know." Anyway, but she was so that's my woodchuck story. So for you to be having a happy woodchuck story makes up for the again. This was like 1963. Okay, thank you. Everything was different then. It was a whole different thing then. And I've done a lot since then to try to do better things with my life.
You're going to piggyback on my good Grover
yes, I
groundhog story to try and get into heaven.
You're damn right, mister. What's new about that?
All right. You managed to turn that story around to you. Let's see. I also saw my first skink of the season today.
Your first geek?
So... skink.
Oh, those are like little rats, aren't they, or something?
No,
chipmunks
lizards.
The lizards. Yeah. Are they black or green? I forgot what they look like.
Oh, they're beautiful colors, bright blue and yellow.
And, I think you sent pictures of those before. Now, do they live like under your house, or are they in the woods, or where do they have holes, or I don't even know where they go?
They live under the wooden porch. They live right underneath.
Excellent. Now, and I assume they eat bugs, probably, or. So that might be good. Yeah, whatever. Mm-hmm. Well, that sounds very freaking interesting. And how's your rehab? Are you working out, or taking walks, or doing things for your show, whatever it was that was bothering you, or what?
Haley showed up yesterday and gave me a massage on my left shoulder, which was pleasant. Yeah. It was more like a rub.
Yeah.
But, hold on. Then what happened?
Who's this Haley?
What kind of ending did this therapy session have?
What do you mean by rubbing?
It was a good one.
It's a little generic.
Yeah, I was questioning about that. Not just you questioned me about that, though. What kind of rubbing? It was a good rubbing. What kind of rubbing are we talking about?
Excuse me. Going to nail that down just it's sort of generic.
Because, you can't just rub one.
No, you got to feel it. The thigh bone's connected to the knee bone. Have you guys ever heard that song? Oh,
yes,
my God.
Yes.
Have you? And
Jeff, his
Combusto. Have you ever heard the song "Thigh Bone's Connected to the Knee Bone"? The knee bone connected. Is it? I mean, how can you have heard that? It's like from 1948.
Yeah, anyway. And it should stay in 1948 too.
Anyway, and Flounders, we'll get around the room. And Mrs. Flounder, lovely Veronica.
All as well as normal.
That's
Yep.
Nothing
out of the ordinary. We're all good.
Well, this is good. And she's back in town. Everything. No traveling for a
No
while.
traveling for a while, so
That's
we are good.
Excellent. And Combusto, how's things? Oh, there goes Tiffany. Hey, baby. She left. You know, one of these days we're going to get in there and just talk to her. She's such a nice lady, and I gave little crayons to her little girl and stuff. You know, she's just a very nice lady. I bought Girl Scout cookies. In fact, I still have a box of the Girl Scout
what's the
cookies.
Flavor do you have still?
What's that?
What flavor do you still have?
They're white cookies, and they have cream in it, like a peanut butter cream maybe, but they're white. They're not chocolate cookies. They're
Not
vanilla
chocolate.
cookies.
Oh, interesting.
And they're tasty. And Combusto, what's new? How you doing in there? What's going on with you?
Doing well. Nothing much. Thanks, fine.
And scene. Now, the reason okay, now check this out. Listen, this is hysterical. I'm sitting at home, and I get a message from my buddy Kevin, the Delta pilot. And Kevin says, hey, you and Jeff, the engineer guy on the board, remind me of Johnny Carson and Tommy Newsom. Do you remember those days? Have any idea what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
You remember? I remember it was Skitch Henderson, or and then when Tommy Newsom took over the orchestra for the Tonight Show, Johnny Carson would go over to him and, boy, Tommy Newsom, a big band. What do you guys just doing good? That was, and Johnny Carson used to go, what, that's it? I mean, and he used to tease and joke with him all the time. And it was just nice and funny stuff like that. Anyway, so Kevin said, it kind of reminds me of the Tommy Newsom thing with it. So I thought you'd probably get a kick out of that.
Did you see the YouTube video where they were talking about Thanksgiving? Tommy Newsom and Johnny Carson.
If I did, it was when it would happen. It was 30, 40 years ago. So no.
It's on YouTube. It's a short clip. It just talks about, Thanksgiving going up and, neither one have family to go to. And they just,
kind of awkward, wasn't it?
So it was fun.
Excellent. Well, we'll have to get a hold of it. 10 after 3. Kimmer, Pete, Flounder, Jeff, or Combusto, because one of these days he's just going to explode. Our number is 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Couple things. Well, we'll talk about the Voting Rights Act business, and already it's having an effect. Florida, I think, Flounder, I think we just said.
Yeah, they've already voted on it, or they've already started the process.
Yeah. So here we go, and that, it was a racial thing, and again, and by the way, for the record, guess the vote was 6-3. Can you guess who the 3 votes were against having a racist gerrymandered bill in Louisiana? Who do you suppose the 3 justices were who voted no? So they wanted to keep the racist gerrymandering. God, I wonder. Yeah, Elena Kagan, Sonia Sotomayor, and Katinji Dingy Bippity Boppity Boo. The girls, I'm telling you that, you know what the freaking problem is? They get together, they synchronize their periods. This happen. It can happen. They get up there together. I swear to God. No, I'm serious. They synchronize their periods. They can't help it. We really need to do something. There has to be a congressional hearing or something.
Aren't they past that?
Look at the time.
Not those 3. I think they're going to be on the... I'm sorry. I mean... visiting their little monthly curse, their little friend, until they freaking die. At least they freaking act like it. In fact, I thought one of the resolutions that the court tried to pass was that they were have a meeting every 30 days. And the guy said, "No, Your Honor, could you make it every 28?" I know, just I don't know, just so nobody. It's out of control, God. Anyway, I swear to God, apparently the Katinji, Bippity Boppity Boo, and Sotomayor and Kagan were complaining that if they got rid of the gerrymandering, that it would prevent black people from using the color of their skin to get ahead in the world. And they said, yeah, that's the point, ma'am. Sorry, yeah. They're not that bright together. I'm so sorry. Also, a couple things. Oh, I'm steamed about this. Freaking Comey, FBI former director, the shells on the beach thing, and they let him surrender but yeah, come on in when, we're open, like 9 to 5. You can, bring your guy. Why didn't they, honestly, God, the freaking Democrats know how to do this. Why didn't the Republicans have helicopters at 5 o'clock in the morning and guys in bulletproof vests with armed rifles storming into his house, scaring the crap out of his family, handcuffing him, and doing a perp walk after they notified some media people who would love to get the live footage? Just like the Democrats did. Was it Mike Flynn they got at 5 o'clock in the morning? And
the agents to his house.
I remember the guy that they went after was a freaking minister and scared the crap out of his wife and children with guns drawn. A minister for praying at an abortion thing. We didn't learn anything from the way the Democrats do it. They should have perp walked that bastard traitor and showed him off him crying like a baby. I mean, what a freaking disaster. Learn your lesson. How about trying to win one for once? Freaking cowards.
Republicans.
Jeez. I mean, seriously, they should have perp walked him. They should have gone to get him at 5 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, we thought we'd go ahead and get ready, and have it all on freaking video. Somebody Fox right there live. Unbelievable.
Republicans bringing knives to a gunfight.
Yeah, exactly true. Exactly true. Where's Sean Connery when you need him, by golly? I ain't bechizo. All right, 3:14, here we go. Dirty laundry, all right. Kimmer, Pete, Flounder, Combusto. It's all coming together here on 106.3. All right, here we go. Stand by.
If you listen to Extra, share it with a friend. It's how we grow and how we can reach everyone in the Atlanta community that believes in the American way of life. If you value the station, help us grow by telling someone about the Extra 106.3 app.
Did you know you can add renewing your driver's license or ID card to your grocery list? The Georgia Department of Driver Services now offers self-service kiosks at select Kroger and Publix locations. From renewing or replacing to updating your address, the kiosks will issue a temporary paper license, and you'll receive a permanent card in the mail. Skip the line and save time by adding your driver's license renewal to your grocery list today. You'll even get a $5 discount on your order. Visit dds.georgia.gov to learn more. Sponsored by the Georgia Department of Driver Services.
Quick question. Are your tires ready for spring rain? If your tread is worn, traction drops fast on wet roads, and stopping distance can increase when you need it most. Right now at Marietta Toyota, they can take care of you because it's the Toyota Tire Savings Event. Buy 3 tires and get the 4th for just $1. Get the right tires for your Toyota, installed by factory-trained technicians with road hazard coverage included on eligible tires. Toyota Tire Price Match is available, plus top brands and additional rebates that may be available. Voted Best of Cobb, Best New Car Dealership, Best Dealership Service Center for 2026. You can trust the work. Offer ends April 30th. We're right where we've always been, Cobb Parkway South, just north of Truist Stadium. Marietta Toyota since 1975. We've been here and we'll be here for you.
Restrictions apply. Valid on participating brands. 4th tire of equal or lesser value. Offer ends April 30th, 2026. See dealer for details.
The Morning Extra, starting your day the right way. Weekdays from 6 to 10 a.m.
I have a lot, several cars. I have 9 kids, you guys, so I try to manage all of that. But I have a Suburban to move a lot of kids. I have an old Ford F-150. My wife bought a Bronco, which, by the way, she loves. And my kids drive a Subaru, and my son drives a Subaru and is relentlessly mocked by
Great. Tug's wife drives one as well. Yes, he catches it as well.
I love that. He gets more Instagram reels and Twitter reels on the Subaru.
He's going to be asking you, Secretary Duffy, he's going to be asking you for that F-150. He's like, Dad, can I just drive the F-150?
Where's this Bronco?
Where's the new Bronco? Let me drive that.
Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station is Extra 106.3.
If you look for it, you can see the failure of our government education system vividly displayed, just the way so many leftist politicians want it.
Catch Neil's commentary every day on Extra 106.3 and the Extra app.
Yeah, giddy up, go, little darling. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. It's Willie Nelson. Roll me up and smoke me when I die. 3 years ago, Daddy. Willie Nelson, 3 years ago, turned 90 years old. He's 93 today. The first of his 2 concerts on his birthday 3 years ago at the Hollywood Bowl. Guest performers included Norah Jones, The Chicks. Oh, the Dixie Chicks were too much of skanks to... Anyway, Emmylou Harris, Neil Young, Stephen Stills, George Strait, Sheryl Crow, and Snoop Dogg. And they joined him on the duet, Roll Me Up and Smoke Me When I Die. This may be the part... There we go. They're in the background there. Anyway, that's kind of weird. Willie Nelson, 93 years old today. Other birthdays include Richard Klein is 82. Richard Klein, not Robert. Richard Klein is 82. He played Larry on Three's Company. I don't remember Larry. I remember the girls and the old landlord, Don Knotts, whatever. Larry, I remember Larry from Bob Newhart. Hi, I'm Larry. There's my brother Daryl, my other brother Daryl. I don't know. Every I still laugh about that stupid thing. Anyway, Richard Klein is 82. Larry from Three's Company there with the thing there. And let's see, on this day in history, 1970, the United States and South Vietnam conduct a series of campaigns in eastern Cambodia, trying to beat the People's Army of Vietnam and the Viet Cong. Started today in 1970. 3-month operation resulted in the capture of large stores of communist supplies. But this was the day they announced it, and the next day, Richard Nixon, as president, would announce the attack during a televised address. That's when the public found out about attacking in Cambodia. He justified it as a necessary response to North Vietnamese aggression. You know, the Ho Chi Minh Trail and everything. Well, protests from his response announcement to the public, protest to the action, led to the Kent State Massacre the following week. Well, they call it a massacre, the Kent State killings. And protests that led to it. They burned down an ROTC building. And I remember 2 years later, I was in, oh my God, it was 2 years later, April 29th, I was in graduate school and I was teaching a course at Michigan State. I was a graduate intern on fellowships and the GI Bill, and I was teaching a class, and all of a sudden the kids, I'm sorry, I just had this weird flashback. I was teaching a class, had like 60 kids in it, and a bunch of them came in wearing black armbands. And I said, what's going on here? And they said, it's Kent State, man, Kent State. And again, at the time, they didn't know I don't think anyone even knew I was in the Marines, let alone had been in Vietnam, which is really kind of weird, isn't it? Because it was so different back then. But I remember, and I remember what it was too. A lot of them skipped class, and when I was teaching a class at Michigan State, I gave a quiz every class. I taught classes 3 days a week. I broke them up to three different classes. I taught class 3 days a week, and every day, every class, I gave a quiz. Every time they came into a class, I gave them a quiz, and I said at the end of the semester, every question on this quiz is going to be on your midterm. So if you just do this, and if you get it wrong and learn it in your midterm, you can't flunk. I mean, seriously, I said, there's going to be like at least half your midterm, so if you just do this, you're not... And well, they still flunked. A lot of guys didn't. It was the damnedest thing. Anyway, it was in Kent State. I remember they came in with the armbands, and the guys who skipped class, I gave them a 0 on there. And I told them I was going to do it, too, but it was because of Kent State. I'll be damned. What a funny memory. And it was and then my graduation was, like a week later? I didn't go to it because I was working. But then my wife and I and our little baby drove down to Atlanta, Georgia in 1972, and June. It was May or early June of 1972, and began the Atlanta length of my career. Sorry, I had kind of a long flashback there. Oh God, I'm getting very, I can't help it. It's this time of year. This is almost the exact day when I joined the Marines. When I was in college in '66, and I just walked across the campus and went to the post office and joined the Marines. And man, anyway, sorry, everything's good. Everything's fantastic. Well, we talked about that, the Voting Rights Act Supreme Court thing. So that's we got that going for us. Let's see. Oh, you know what? Let's Donald Trump. And again, unbelievable. Donald Trump went live again today. And, like for an hour and a half, and had the press into the White House. He met the Artemis crew, the space crew, and then he took questions, and he did a live interview. I mean, it's unbelievable. Man, he goes live every day at the White House and just says, here's what we're doing. What do you want to know? I mean, God, I hope people remember this and hope they compare it to the last administration. I mean, think about the times when we didn't see him for weeks. Anyway. All right, now let me ask. I'm going to do a little thing here with. We got two or three or four really cool, kind of weird social stories of weird strangeness. Now, can we do something weird? Pete Davis, you don't care, right? We can skip around and do goofy stuff here, right? I mean, it's a beautiful day, and what the hell? And you're feeling better, so we're celebrating. By the way, we got a lot of good comments about you. Coming back, and welcome back, and it's good to hear you again. The gang's all here, stuff like that. By the way, you definitely look like you've lost weight. Do you mind if I? Do you know how much you've lost, or do you even care, or track it, or what?
Close to 20, yeah.
Yeah, anyway. You look good, and I'm glad you're sounding, looking better, and everything's fine. Now, Nitro, let me ask you a question. I've asked this to Flounder before. When I got this is Jeff. Let me ask you a basic question. Okay, when you take a shower in the morning, let's say you take a shower in the morning. Okay, here's the scenario. That's not what I mean. Well, let's say it. You got me again, you bastard. Okay, here's the deal. You go into your bathroom, you turn on the shower, in the shower as hot as it will go, all the way hot. And then you don't get in, you turn it all the way hot and you leave it. And you walk into your closet and you pick out the shirt you're going to wear, and then maybe you go pick out a pair of socks. The water's running this whole time. You pick out a pair of socks, maybe see if everything's okay. And then, 2 or 3 minutes later, can you open the door and walk into the shower?
Not unless I cut some cold water in with it, but no.
No, I mean, if it's all nothing but hot, if you've had it on for 3, 4, 5 minutes, can you walk into your shower?
No.
You can now if you get a new water tank. When my water tank burst a few months ago, we got a new one, and I found out that they now, and I do not have a problem with this, now at the factory, and I don't know whether it's a federal law, I think it's one of those just determinations, guideline thing now is new, they set the temperature for hot water. Again, the water tank is a water tank. It could be cold or hot. But they set the temperature at what to me is the perfect heat. And when I turned on my shower, I might turn on the shower, and then I do what I do. I pick out my clothes or whatever, and I just walk in, and it's perfect. It's hot, and I go, oh yeah, but it's perfect. It's not too hot. I can't believe it. It's the damnedest thing I ever saw. You could just turn it on and do what you want and just walk in, and I love it. Now, the reason I asked you that is because there's a new survey now, which is, well, it's not really a survey, it's a debate point on when you take a shower, do you shower facing the shower or back to the shower stream?
Both.
Well,
mostly facing.
Mostly facing?
See, I do mostly to my back. So, I'm like, if the shower's here,
I'm from behind you. Yeah. So you're back to Pete Davis, how about you when you're taking a shower?
That's funny you mentioned that because I've had to take a shower from the back for the last 2 months because I could not let the blast hit the front.
Oh,
and it's only the last week or two I've been able to turn around and actually have it from the front.
Yeah. But generally, back in your normal healthy days, normally when you take a shower, how do you shower?
Both.
Yeah.
I like at the end to sit there and just run over your head and down,
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Back at the end.
Well, this came out. Some woman said, wait a minute. The internet's buzzing about that. She said, wait, what? Everybody showers with the water facing your back, right? Right? Facing your back, right? Another girl said, I asked my husband. He said, I shower sideways. And another one said, I always thought that facing the shower head was like a fake movie thing. Which, by the way, it does, like some lady in the shower is always, it's like you never see them from the back. You never see the water coming down from the back of it. And think about it. Have you ever seen somebody in a shower? They're always facing the shower. Yeah. I guess they probably for, visual reasons. And like I said, rotating. They say that facing away can feel more calming and controlled. It reduces sensory input and why many people, when they want to unwind, tend to kind of turn their back on stuff. A lot of this is all sensory preference and nervous system regulation. The face is one of the most sensitive parts of your body, packed with nerve endings. Direct water hitting your face, obviously, if the pressure's high, the temperature's hot, you're going to feel stressed or fatigued and might overstimulate your stuff like that. Well, I think I'm probably I think you guys probably said the same thing. When I get in the shower, I love to I just go right into my face, my head and my face, top of my head, and I get it all in my face. And then I immediately turn around because I love this hot, steamy thing on my neck. You know, my neck, I mean, I love it. I just love it. And then when I soap up and everything, I do it with my back to the shower, but then I turn, but again, I think I use it like not a massage or what, but I think most of us do. But I love it. I love it. It's unbelievable. Walk in and you go, I still get a big kick out of it. Sorry. I'm easily pleased. Anyway, so there you go. The shower situation there. Now, of course, that's not the same, when I have, the Kimmer Fan Club, when I have Asian Cheerleader Night. There's not a lot of turning around at Asian Cheerleader Night, there's not a lot of room to kind of, go front to base. You have to, get a position and hold it for like 8, 10, 12 minutes and the girls get on. I didn't want to. You guys really ought to, one night, you ought to come over for that. Anyway, I'll be in touch with you. I got coming up on 3:30 here with the guy. Braves tracking, I think they won last night, too. We got Pete Davis coming up, and it's a beautiful afternoon, man. Here we go. We got some really nice weather, and Kimmer, Pete, Flounder, and Combusto is on the board, and everybody's happy, and it's a beautiful day. 404-741-1230 if you want to join us, and who wouldn't, by the way? Flounders Funnies coming up, and Pete's tweets, and we got it all. All right, look out.
Extra 106.3 is getting ready for the 2026 midterms. And on the ballot, it's freedom versus communism. The choice is clear, and your vote matters more than ever. The future of our community and our country hangs in the balance, and the conservative voice of Atlanta will continue to fight the good fight right up to the election. Extra 106.3 and the Extra app.
The right partner makes all the difference. For more than 185 years, we've forged personal relationships with our customers and communities, funding economic development and rallying around the causes that are important to our neighbors. With the technology, products, and expertise you'd expect from a big bank and the local decision-making and commitment to community from your neighborhood bank, United Bank Shares is your trusted financial partner for life. Learn more at bankwithunited.com. United Bank Shares, member FDIC.
Truck Month is here, and nobody does it better than Jim Ellis Chevrolet. If you've been waiting for the right time to upgrade your truck, this is it.
Right now, Jim Ellis Chevy is stacking the savings, helping you save nearly $12,000 off MSRP on a brand new 2026 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 RST.
We're talking dealer discounts, supplier pricing, customer cash, and bonus cash, all combined to deliver serious savings.
And if you qualify for additional offers like Costco incentives, you could drive your new Silverado home for even less.
Take Silverado stock number T16116. Its MSRP is $68,420. After Jim Ellis and manufacturer discount, sale price is only now just $56,564. Just add TABT and state fee.
Anybody can advertise a sale. No one does Truck Month like Jim Ellis Chevrolet.
Shop a huge selection of Silverados ready to go. Enjoy transparent pricing and a buying process that's just fast, easy, and built around you. Shop online at JimEllisChevrolet.com or visit Jim Ellis Chevy on Peachtree Industrial just inside the perimeter. Jim Ellis Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Hear that? That's the sound of the annual Duck Pluck event supporting Special Olympics Georgia. For just $10, you can adopt a rubber duck or grab a whole flock. Every dollar helps provide meals and housing for over 18,000 Special Olympics Georgia athletes. And if your duck is plucked, you can win some great prizes. Adopt your duck now at duckrace.com/Atlanta.
You know what you get back when you call the Trusted Toolbox? You get your time back, you get your family back, and you get your house back. No more spending weekends fixing loose doors, drywall cracks, or that list that never ends. With our handyman for a day, one skilled professional shows up, knocks out multiple repairs in one visit. Everything from drywall to ceiling fans changed out, painting, trim work, and so much more. Stop working on your house every weekend. Call the Trusted Toolbox, get your time back, and get it done right the first time. Book your appointment today at thetrustedtoolbox.com.
If you knew what was actually inside of your dog's food bag, you might never open another one. Let's see. BHT, BHA, Thioxyquin. I don't even know what this stuff is. And it's not just hiding in the cheap brands. It's in some of the most popular dog foods on the market, sitting in your pantry, going into your dog's bowl every single day. Chemical preservatives linked to organ damage, cancer, chronic inflammation, cheap ingredients. And the scary part, it's all legal. Well, your dog can't read the label, and I don't even know what that stuff means. I just know it's probably not very good. That's why thousands of dog owners have turned to Rough Greens, created by naturopathic Dr. Dennis Black. It's America's #1 dog supplement, packed with live probiotics, enzymes, omega oils, and over 20 vitamins and minerals. All natural, made in the U.S. You just sprinkle it on top of whatever you're feeding, and you'll see the difference. You will. Thousands of dogs are feeling younger, more energetic, and healthier than they have in years, and your dog could be one of them. Get the free Jumpstart trial bag today. You just cover shipping. Go to roughgreens.com. Use the discount code BECK. That's RUFFgreens.com, discount code BECK. Rough Greens makes any dog food better.
Hey, this is that Rick Jackson spot.
Too often, criminal illegals commit sick, violent crimes. Do that when I'm governor, and you'll end up deported or departed.
Dang. I know, right?
What do you have, sugar?
I'll take the meatloaf and Rick Jackson for governor.
He's something, ain't he?
He's tough.
Yeah, no tolerance for criminal illegals, no DEI.
No covering up for do-nothing career politicians either.
You know, Jackson came from nothing and built one of the biggest businesses in Georgia.
Now he wants to cut the income tax in half and freeze property taxes.
Yeah, but not for deadbeats.
Listen, I love this part.
No more free rides for people who refuse to work. You want to sit on your butt, binge watch Netflix, and scarf down Cheetos? Do it with your own money.
Be still my heart.
Bingo.
Amen to that.
Rick Jackson for Georgia, not a career politician. Paid for by Jackson for Governor, Inc.
Start your day with Tug and Los on the Morning Extra.
You had a man in Ken Kerr who was trying to discuss why they had to have tampons available to them in the restroom.
Yeah. Those tampons at NFL stadiums and MLB stadiums, they're going to get used for not what they're meant to be used for. I can guarantee you that.
You're probably right. I can only imagine. Can you imagine walking into Truist and you walk in the men's room and you see that? You'd be like, dude, what is...
I'm taking a couple. It gives me something to fiddle with during the game.
Bryce has lost his mind over there, Los.
Just wanted to bring this along with me. Bryce decided to stick it in his purse just in case.
That's right. His man bag. It'll be his new fidget spinner.
That's very strange.
The Morning Extra, 6 to 10 a.m. on Extra 106.3 and the Extra app.
All right, I got it now. Here we go. It's Prince. 2016 it was. On this day, 15 of Prince's albums make it into the British chart because fans rushed out to buy his music after his sudden death. This was 2016. 6 were in the top 40 with a very best of. Ultimate and Purple Rain at 2, 3, and 4. Prince. That was a drug overdose deal. Let's see. Our birthday list includes Michelle Pfeiffer, Al Pacino's wife in Scarface. I didn't like her in that role. I thought she was a little too, I don't know, skanky or nasty. I don't know. Just kind of, I didn't like her. Sorry. Don't tell her. I mean, I'd hate for her, be angry after what we had together, Anyway, she was Al Pacino's wife in Scarface, Michael Keaton's Catwoman in Batman Returns, star of Grease 2, Witches of Eastwick. I loved her in that. Michelle Pfeiffer, 68 years old today. And some good news, military-type stuff here on this day. In 1945, the German concentration camp at Dachau is liberated by American troops. Was opened in 1933, was the first Nazi concentration camp in Germany. 30,000 people were murdered there. Hundreds died as medical experiment results. Was supposed to house political prisoners, but then they imprisoned Jews, Catholic priests, German and Austrian criminals, and foreign nationals of countries they invaded. During the liberation, American troops killed a number of Nazi guards who had surrendered and were surrendering. Some of the American troops were brought up on charges, but General George S. Patton dismissed them. And you know what? Tough. Good. Heartbreaker. Anyway, all right. Let's see. Kimmer, Pete, Flounder, and Jeff is on the board. Just a steamer. You know, it's got it boiling over there. I think the steamer's ready to pop any day, but it's going to be. I hope you get it on video what he does. All right, here we've got Ganouzi stuff, and we'd love to hear from you. 404-741-1230, 741-1230. A little national stuff. The Pete Hegseth, the war secretary, is getting grilled in Congress, and they're, complaining about the cost of everything. It's just, at first I thought, well, let's get a whole bunch of, it's all a bunch of crap. When he has to go to Congress to defend what he wants to spend for the military, they're trying to increase the budget. We need more money because we're doing such great work. And of course, they're all over him saying it's, they're all war criminals and they're going to be impeached, they're going to be investigated. And that's the Democrats have made it clear. So whenever they have these hearings, it's all just arguing back and forth, and it's never going to be any different. They interrupt each other every chance they get. And it's children. It's juvenile. And nothing ever changes. No, but there's not one single Democrat in that hearing room today that's going to make any different vote than they would after the hearing or before the hearing or after any other hearing. But we have to have them, but again, it's all a bunch of crap. It's all political, and it's all hating Donald Trump. There's no way that the Democrats in this country today are going to make a decision on anything that comes before them that has anything other than to do with whether it helps Donald Trump. Am I correct? I mean, seriously. Do you think, I mean, seriously, hell, the Voting Act. How can you be against an act that says you have to show you're an American to vote? I mean, that's it, right? Isn't that basically the bottom? I mean, I must misunderstand. Isn't it really basically that if you want to vote in a federal election, you have to be able to show that you were an American citizen? Naturalized or whatever. I mean, does it show that you have the right to vote, correct? Okay. So what Democrat could be, what anybody could be against that? The people against that voting no because of Donald Trump. If Puttitat had put that forward, or Clinton had put that forward, yeah, we might make sure these Republicans don't sneak in there illegally or something. I mean, it's unbelievable. And by the way, another thing, I thought about this again today when I said that freaking Jim Comey, the former FBI director, ought to be perp walked at 5 a.m, where they bust into his freaking house and break the windows and scare the crap out of his family with loaded guns in their faces, handcuff them and drag them into the freaking van in front of TV cameras. That's what I would have done. Which is why I'm not running for president this year. They told me no. Anyway, so freaking Comey. And let's think of. Tell me if I'm wrong on this. The Federal Bureau of Insurrection. Oh, sorry, FBI. The Federal Gestapo of Investigation in America, under the leadership of James Comey and Christopher Wray, the disgrace of Atlanta. The FBI, under their direction, is the most has been at that point the most corrupt criminal justice organization in the world. Can you think of any other? I mean, other than 10,000, 4,000 or 5,000 years ago when the Caesar ended there. But I mean, of any modern civilization, a criminal investigation organization. MI6 or Interpol or even other than the Gestapo and the black shirts, whatever, I forgot what they call them now, the secret police and stuff. Other than that, our FBI under their leadership, Jim Comey and Christopher Wray, has been the most corrupt police agency in the history of this country and maybe the world. Of what they did.
Weaponized.
I mean, think about it.
Since Nixon and John Mitchell, it was the most weaponized the Department of Justice and the FBI have become.
Yeah, but again, under Mitchell, I mean, the Watergate thing was a very specific thing about trying to cover up a burglary. It wasn't all of a sudden they started going to school board meetings and say, you people who voted for the opposition are dangerous, and they didn't go to Facebook and say, hey, Mark, how do you like that little wife of yours? This Russian information stuff. You really ought to keep it off that Facebook stuff if you know what's good for you. No one ever did that. That was not Watergate. Watergate was freaking ridiculous compared to this. I mean, they put the fear of God into everybody. They lied to the FISA court. They fudged him. Remember the guy the FBI agent who lied to the FISA court and erased information and faked information got promoted. They sent him to Washington. Oh God. Anyway, I mean, it's the most corrupt organization in the history of police agencies. That's America under the last two FBI directors. And Comey's going to skate on this one. You know he's going to claim freedom of the press. Oh, the seashells. I have the right to say things on a seashell. So I mean, it's just they should have perp walked him if nothing else. And when he goes to trial and he's not convicted, then they need to civilly sue him. They need to break him. They need to bust him. They need to have him lose his freaking house, just like they did to all those January 6 people. Change jail cells so he can't find their lawyers. I mean, seriously, we haven't learned a freaking lesson. Shame them so they'll never do this again. If they get in power, they're going to start all over again. My God. Anyway, all right. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm really, everything's good, but I'm having a thing. I'm having a thing, and I'm trying to work myself out of it. So everything's going to
take a deep breath.
Breath is good. You got anything on the truck there? You got it holding anything? Or I don't even know what that means. Oh, God. All right, here we go. Oh, I have some good news. I put this into Mr. Phone here. Hold on a second. Mr. Phone, come on, no, don't skank around me on here, buddy. Here we go. This didn't get a lot of coverage. It was on the news a little bit ago. There is a conviction in the suicide bombing at Kabul airport during the American withdrawal and the Biden administration. Disgraceful. Most disgraceful military operation in American military history. And they all called it wonderful. What a great achievement. And the withdrawal from Afghanistan. Remember? They praised it? Yeah. Do you remember also the people falling off the planes as they took off into the sky, stuff like that, and murdering the 13 Americans, 11 Marines, a sailor, and a soldier?
It was so bad, even some Democrats couldn't back it, couldn't say good things about it.
Well, an Afghan man has been convicted in the suicide bombing, an Islamic State militant, convicted today. Conspiracy for the deadly bombing at Kabul airport during the chaotic withdrawal in 2020. It was 5 years ago. Mohammed Skunk faces a prison term of only 20 years because apparently, 160 Afghans and 13 service people, Americans, were killed in the attack. Troops conducting an evacuation operation, suicide bomber at Abbey Gate. Now, and remember, I remember the Marine, a sniper, said, hey, I know this guy's bad. He's got stuff. Let me take him out. Let me take him out. And he never got an answer from his commander. A captain said, well, I need permission up the line. And he never got permission. So the sniper let him, couldn't do anything. And the bomb went off. That's Biden, because of, military bullcrap. Didn't get permission. Dear God. Anyway. So this guy, lone suicide bomber, and a device went off. And a federal jury today in Virginia convicted Shrukalak Skank of providing material support to the regional branch of the Islamic State. The jurors could not decide, however, on the count of whether deaths at the airport resulted from what he did as part of the conspiracy. If they had found him guilty of being responsible for what he did as part of the deaths, how could it not be part? They died. There was a guy helped get a bomb there. The bomb went off, and they died. What the hell's the problem? I don't get it. Juries. Well, we have to do the right thing. But please, God, jeez. Anyway, well, the guy, he's convicted, so it'll be 20 years. Unless they let him out early. And by the way, I saw another story today, and I didn't have it printed out. I'm really floundering. I'm wandering like crazy. Sorry, boys. But it really bothered me, and it's a couple days old, so I didn't do it. An illegal immigrant who caused an accident, an illegal truck driver immigrant who got a driver's license from California, caused an accident that killed two honeymooners, like a 22 or 3-year-old guy and his wife, brand new married, they've been married for a few weeks. Killed them when he jackknifed. They killed him, or he killed them. And then the judge let him out. And I think it was in Oregon, or it was Portland. It was in Portland, I believe. And the judge let him out because it's a sanctuary city, and they don't cooperate with ICE. And then ICE had to go track him down and find him so they could deport him. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, how's he getting deported before he gets out of prison? How come they don't send these guys to prison and then deport them? I don't want a guy to kill people in America and then get deported, then go back home. Excuse me, I'm home. Hey, honey, I made it. Good. I don't get this. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I misread the thing, but that's what it indicated. They're going to get him to send him home. He killed people. He got his driver's license from California as an illegal immigrant.
Well, it's worse. There's one in Canada, illegal truck driver who killed 16 youth hockey players, and the judge refuses to send him home because he has PTSD from the incident.
Oh, God, dear God. The judge ought to be getting some PTSD about this. Good. 353-48. Holy cow. We got so much here. Join us if you will. Here we go. Having a good day. Look out.
Miss any of the show? No sweat. Grab your Extra 106.3 app and listen to show replays whenever you want. Download the Extra app now for Apple and Android by searching for XTRA 106.3.
Jaron Solomon here, and if you want to absolutely win Mother's Day, listen up. Now through May 10th, when you make a purchase at Solomon Brothers Jewelers, you can receive a free Big Green Egg grill with qualifying purchase. And this year, for all of you out there who have taken us up on this offer before, you also have the option of a brand new Traeger. You give mom something timeless, and you get the grill everybody wants. Visit Solomon Brothers Jewelers or book your appointment at solomonbrothers.com.
Are you paying too much in taxes? Most people are, and they don't even realize it. Hi, I'm David Nicholas, president of Nicholas Wealth Management. Every year, hardworking individuals and business owners send more money to the IRS than they legally have to. I hate to see it. Not because they did anything wrong, but because the tax code is complex. It's always changing, and it's full of opportunities most people never hear about. So here's the real question. Could you be paying less in taxes? With the right strategy, many people can. Through smarter planning, overlooked deductions, and better retirement and income decisions, you can win in retirement. That's why we're offering a complimentary tax analysis. No cost, no obligation, just a clear look at where you may be overpaying and what you can do about it. Stop guessing, get answers. Call Nicholas Wealth Management 678-990-8500, 678-990-8500, or visit nicholaswealth.com.
Nicholas Wealth Management is an independent financial services firm. This is for informational purposes only and is not specific investment advice.
Welcome to Collins Hill Golf Club. Located only minutes between Georgia 316 and I-85 in Lawrenceville, lies one of Northeast Atlanta's best fun and affordable golf courses. A beautiful traditional layout with small undulating greens and narrow tree lines, and a new pond restoration project that will enhance the beauty and playability of the course. Collins Hill offers a wonderful challenge for every skill level, but golf is just the beginning of what you'll find at Collins Hill Golf Club. The clubhouse is the ideal place for members and guests to relax. The staff at Collins Hill is another key asset to the club. There is always something going on at Collins Hill Golf Club. Interested in competitive golf tournaments locally? Join the Collins Hill Men's Golf Association. Annual membership includes a golf tournament happening every month. Visit collinshillgolf.com for information. That's collinshillgolf.com.
It's official. President Trump has endorsed Burt Jones for governor.
Burt Jones has been an incredible leader. This man has my complete and total endorsement, and I really want to see him win.
Burt Jones is a trusted Trump conservative who's leading the fight to end Georgia's state income tax.
He's going to make a great, great governor. You will be very happy, Georgia. Burt Jones has my complete and total endorsement.
Paid for by Burt Jones for Georgia.
Hey, this is Los with David from Atlanta, who just purchased his new car with the Honest Car Guy, the new, fully transparent way to buy your next vehicle. David, tell us about your experience.
I had been looking for a vehicle for a couple months. The car buying process was a little challenging at first for me. I had some credit issues in the past, and I just happened to hear a familiar voice on the radio, and it happened to be the Honest Car Guy ad. I got in touch with Tom. Within 2, maybe 3 days, I had a vehicle being shipped here from Orlando, Florida. I have already recommended him to family members, several friends, and I'll purchase a car from Tom when I make my next purchase for sure.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME-1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
I'm Patrick Brown, former Army Ranger in the United States Army. Like many service members, I had to make difficult choices when leaving the military, and the most challenging thing was finding purpose in a new phase of life. Housing, employment, education, way too many decisions and no idea where to start. That was until I met the Warrior Alliance. They made it simple. They listened and quickly connected me to the services I needed. And like a trusted friend, they even followed up to make sure I was squared away. Change a veteran's life today by donating at thewarrioralliance.org, helping warriors navigate to success after service.
I don't think I've ever heard this song. Well, Queen could make anything, a song into an event, I guess. Was this part of the Tommy thing or somebody, or I wonder?
No.
No?
It was The Who.
The Who? Oh, that was Who? Oh, yeah. What did Queen do? Queen had the guy who died, Freddie Mercury, but didn't they have like an opera?
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Is this part? That's not part of this?
This is Bicycle.
Ah, yeah.
Notice how he keeps on saying bicycle?
But I didn't know if that was part of a hey, yeah, how about eat me? How about that?
Bicycle.
Flute.
The name of the song is Bicycle.
It's Bicycle. I know the fuck, my dear God. Anyway. All right, Bicycle. Thank you. Explode them over there on the controls. 2009, an anonymous Queen fan won a 2-hour one-on-one guitar lesson from Brian May. After bidding about $12,000 at a charity auction on this day in 2009, the auction in support of the Action for Brazil's Children Trust, of which Brian May is a patron, and it was held, it says here, at the exclusive Cuckoo, C-U-C-K-O-O, not Cuckoo Club, but Cuckoo Club.
That's how you spell cuckoo.
That's how you spell cuckoo? Because I thought maybe it was Dr. Joe Biden's Cuckold Club. You know, the enabling cuckolder. I didn't know whether maybe she's founded that too. Because she was pretty famous for, the cuckoldry and cheating on her husband, stuff like that. Anyway, a lot of people don't know that. It's true. What the hell is that?
Bicycles.
Oh, is that still the song?
Yeah, you can read that.
Well, I wonder what that sound was a funny. Is that part of the song?
Part of the song.
Oh, okay, sorry. All right, I'm having a thing. I'm sorry. I'll be. I swear to God, I'll be better. Probably, maybe not. Let's see. Birthdays include Eve Plum. Eve Plum is 68. She, of course, was Jan on the Brady Bunch. And she was Jan on the Brady Bunch. She was Jan on the Brady Bunch Return. She was Jan on Brady Bunch 2. She was Jan in the Brady Bunch movie. I think she was also Jan in the Return of the Brady Bunch movie Part 2. And anyway, she's Eve Plum is Jan. That's 68 years old today. And let's see. Let's do a little dive back into history. On this day in 1868, the Treaty of Fort Laramie. The Treaty of Fort Laramie established the Great Sioux Reservation, including the Black Hills, and established that the government would hold authority to punish both white settlers who committed crimes against the tribes and punish tribe members who committed crimes against the white people delivered to the government rather than face charges in tribal courts. The Laramie Treaty effectively stipulated the government would abandon forts along the Bozeman Trail, ending the Red Cloud War. Violations by white gold miners and settlers led to the Great Sioux War of 1876. That was 8 years after this treaty was signed, and ultimately led to Custer's Last Stand. The government would eventually take back the Black Hills Territory. In 1980, the Sioux won a U.S. Supreme Court case in which they were offered $120 million compensation for their land. They refused the money, saying they wanted the land back. With interest, the money now has accrued to more than $1 billion. Wow. And again, I've said this before, and not half jokingly, I mean it. I would be fine and dandy if somehow a current United States Supreme Court was again brought into ruling on the treaties that were abandoned by the government in the day, and say, yeah, well, we broke the treaty, so you get your land back. And remember President Grant, when Grant was president, and because of Custer, Pete Davis, you can confirm. I think Custer was the one who found the gold in the Dakotas. Custer was one of the guys, and he came back and reported it. And Grant said, "Okay, well, geez, we got it. Well, we have to go back on our treaty then." There was a treaty giving, the land belonged to the Indians, and Custer said, "Well, we have to violate this because it's gold, so we have to get the gold." And that's what. And Grant did it. He violated the Indian treaty, and that's how he started the gold rushing. And Custer was part of the original forces who were there and discovered the gold. And I think he wasn't digging gold, but I believe he was the one who brought the news back to Grant and said, "There's gold in them our hills." And Grant said, "Well, we got to start cheating the Indians." And honestly, I don't know why the Supreme Court doesn't say, "Hey, give it back."
There was a thought that he rushed into things with the Indians, especially there at what is it, Wounded Knee? Where did he get killed? Was it Wounded Knee? No.
I know what you mean. Oh, God.
Custer, Little Bighorn.
Little Bighorn.
Bighorn. They rushed in there because he wanted to have a big victory because he was going to go back to Washington and run for president.
Right. Yeah. He was definitely a showman. Yeah. He was one of the, he had the hair just right and the buckskin thing and the special. He was definitely a character. Anyway, what a time that was. Holy cow. And breaking the Indian rules. Say, oh my God, how about a Flounders Funny? We can't do it? Too late? What?
We'll get it on the back end.
I'm so sorry.
Because it's 1:40.
Yeah. Well, he told me that too. And did I write it? Oh, I didn't write it down. Oh, yes, I wrote 1:30 right here.
Well, there you go.
And now it's my fault. All right, it's coming up at 4:03. 4:03:30 or thereabouts. We'll do it. We owe you. I owe you. I was bad. I'm sorry. I'm having a thing. But it's a beautiful day, and I feel good. And so, my mind will come around here, and everything will be fine. I got to stop this.
The host will be back tomorrow.
Well, yeah, we'll have the regular guy in here. And I just got to stop this day drinking. Yeah, me. I got to start to learn how to drink whiskey. There's a laudable goal. It's 4 o'clock. There, 106.3. Go Braves. How you doing? Look out. Here we go.
The Morning Extra, Glenn Beck, Clay and Buck, and The Kimmer Show on WFOM and W292 EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. Extra 106.3.
No more Mr. Nice Guy. On Lisa Brady, Fox News. Hours after posting that about Iran, the president is not setting a timetable for ending a U.S. blockade.
President Trump says Iran's economy is in real trouble, but adds he's not sure how soon Iran would agree to U.S. demands over its nuclear program.
They've come a long way. The question is whether or not they're going to go far enough.
The president rejected an Iranian offer to reopen the Strait of Hormuz in exchange for ending the blockade and postponing nuclear talks.
Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House. Florida's legislature, with Republican majorities in both chambers, just approving a new congressional map ahead of the midterms. Democrats call it politically motivated and unconstitutional.
They warn this fight is headed straight to the courts. The Florida Democratic chair has said lawsuits have already been drafted. Now, Governor Ron DeSantis, he has remained confident in the constitutionality of his map.
Fox's Dana Marie McNichol in Tallahassee. The governor argues a new map is needed because of population change since the 2020 census and that the old map was drafted with racial data. Earlier today, the U.S. Supreme Court striking down a second majority black district in Louisiana as an unconstitutional gerrymander that relies too heavily on race, possibly opening the door to more redistricting. For a third straight meeting, the Fed leaves interest rates alone, but today's vote revealed the most dissent in nearly 34 years. Several board members taking issue with language suggesting the next move will be a rate cut.
The economic outlook remains highly uncertain, and the conflict in the Middle East has added to this uncertainty.
Outgoing Fed Chair Jerome Powell, whose term as chair ends next month, says he plans to stay on the Board of Governors for a period of time. The president's nominee for Fed Chair Kevin Warsh advancing in a Senate committee today. A mixed finish on Wall Street. The Dow down 280 points at the bell, but the NASDAQ turning higher. America is listening to Fox News.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Born on America's darkest day, 9/11/01, the Tunnel to Towers Foundation has been helping American heroes ever since. Heroes like FDNY Lieutenant Edward J. McDonough Jr. McDonough served at Ground Zero. He later lost his life to a related cancer. The Tunnel to Towers Foundation was able to honor his sacrifice by paying off the family's mortgage. Donate $11 a month, and you can amplify your impact with a car or land donation. Just go to their website, the letter T, the number 2, the letter T.org.
CCR. Well, this is because they have one less, trombone, so it's not, Three Dog Night or
otherwise known as
Earth, Wind, and
Clearwater Creedence Revival.
Coldwater Creedence Revival? Is that what you said?
Clearwater.
2003 CCR involved in a $5 million lawsuit. That was a suit against former Creedence Clearwater Revival leader John Fogerty. The $5 million lawsuit against him was dismissed after a personal injury lawyer claimed that he suffered hearing loss in his left ear from going to a Fogerty concert. The judge said, "You idiot. You risk the hearing damage when you go to the damn thing." Back in 1997, it took him 6 years to lose his case. Sorry, pal. Yeah, you might have hearing issues. You ever been to a concert that's so freaking loud that you couldn't, you really was uncomfortable? You were
Dave
so close
Mason.
to Dave Mason, that's right. You mentioned that. The balladeer, the love song specialist. Look at he's making his faces all ugly. If we just disagree, a beautiful, loving song. Kind of a missing.
This
that
is
sweet
my
name.
Mel Kiper look when I'm disappointed.
I'm just disappointed in you. Well, there you go. I think, at least we're all together. Anyway, it's only the Kimmer. Pete Davidson doing better. We got Holy Crap at Sports coming up. Flounders here, and the Detonators on the board, so everything's going to be fine. We're doing along here. Let's see. Our birthday list includes, how about that naughty Uma Thurman? Uma Thurman is 56 today. Uma Thurman, of course, known for being Black Mamba, The Bride, and then The Killer in the Kill Bill movies, which I like. Every time I have them on my Magic Music DVR thing, not music, movie thing there, DVR thing. And I think they were really, they're horrible, but I think they were really well done. The Kill Bill movies. Also, Pulp Fiction, of course. Batman and Robin, and Uma Thurman also in Gattaca with her, that guy, I think she married.
Ethan Hawke.
Ethan Hawke,
for a while.
Yeah. And Uma Thurman is 56 today. And let's see, there we go. And now, in fact, speaking of relationships, I always try to salute people who have done something outstanding and deserve to be highlighted. On this day in 1989, John Bon Jovi married his high school sweetheart, Dorothea Hurley. They got married on this day in 1989 at the Graceland Wedding Chapel in Las Vegas. John Bon Jovi and his high school girlfriend get married at the Elvis Wedding Chapel in Vegas in 1989, and they are still together today. So, 37 years. God bless America. Good for you. Good for you. Yeah, I've been married 35 years. What? I'm sorry.
What was that?
No, I didn't say anything. Excuse me. Oh, God. Oh, by the way, I tried to. I tape recorded The Farmer's Wife. It was on last night, and I watched a little bit of it. I'm not as excited. It's not doing the same thing that it used to for some reason. I'm still going to watch it, but it just seems kind of silly. On TV, three farmers. And by the way, one of the farmers is 22 years old, or 21, I think, just turned 21. And his farm, the family farm, is a freaking mansion. It's got, housing units, and it looks like a resort. It really looks like a Hilton resort in Jamaica or something. I mean, it's unfreaking believable. So, these girls, he's 21, 20. I literally don't even think he's 22 yet. And so, all these little hotties are going to say, oh, yeah, I could live here. I don't mind running up a chicken or two once in a while. I could live in this place. I mean, it's a spread you've never seen. And all three of them have just beautiful layouts. I mean, the bunk rooms, and they have beautiful cottage. I mean, it's just unbelievable. And these little hotties from, all over are going to try to be farm girl. I've always wanted to be on the farm. Okay, well, you'll probably get there. Anyway, by the way, watching the Braves last night was incredible because TBS was listed. TBS Braves, watching the Braves like old days on TBS. So I turned on old 807 on Comcast, and I turned on the Braves game on TBS. And, it's really funny. They changed the Braves players into letters. It was like amazing. Instead of seeing the Braves players running around in the field, it was like letters that spelled out things like due to contract something. It's just the darndest thing. But luckily, we can listen to the Braves on 680 The Fan. 93.7 also. That's the only... In fact, since the Braves are no longer on TV, you really should demand that everybody just tune in strictly to 680 The Fan or 93.7. Hey, by the way, are they still doing the Tomahawk Chop?
Oh, yeah.
I have not seen...
Fans are.
Yeah.
The fans do. You can hear them.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Anyway, but I wonder whether and nobody's making a thing about it anymore, right? I mean, remember how that was a thing for like a couple of years? And back when they changed the Cleveland Indians to the logo, which made sense, but still, remember that was a real thing about racism. For remember Florida State, the Seminoles, they did the same thing.
Chiefs,
yeah,
Chiefs.
Remember that poor kid at the Chiefs game had one half side of his face was black and one half side of his face was red for the Chiefs uniform logo, and the crowd somebody pointed it out and called him a racist and said those racist fans had remember. Oh my God!
A website went after him. I think.
Yeah, it was like 8, 9 years old or something. Oh, man. Again, that was that whole boy. That was a bad couple of years there. Anyway, sorry. That whole thing, everything's going to be fine. Let's see. What the hell did the secretary shot the... Oh, I heard a headline, and I haven't seen it. I forgot to look it up. Flounder, maybe you can check while we're checking out. I heard right before we left, the other show left us, I think, that the theory now is that the Secret Service agent who got shot during the attempted assassination over the weekend was shot by the Secret Service agent who fired the 5 rounds. And I don't know. I haven't seen anything on that. You'd think it would be, making, star headline kind of deal. But that, again, as far as I know, they whether they found it, I don't know, but they have not released where those 5 bullets went. There were 5 shots fired. A Secret Service agent wearing a vest was hit. We originally thought he was hit by buckshot or scatter shot or whatever kind of shotgun shot it was from the bad guy. But then I heard somebody right before we came on say the latest theory now is that he was shot by one of his own Secret Service agents. I don't know if that's true. I heard somebody say it, and so we'll keep you posted. But either way, that's one of the things to be investigated. Not only how the hell the guy got all that stuff in there in the first place, 100 feet from the door of the banquet, but also who was the agent who fired the 5 shots, and where did the 5 shots end up? Where are the slugs? Well, they have the shell casings, I'm sure, but they don't have we don't know where they haven't told us where the bullets went.
Yeah, in line it just says questions are raised. So
is that where we are now?
Yeah. I mean, it just says questions raised over who fired shots that hit Secret Service member.
Okay. Well, I'd heard maybe I kind of overheard it when I heard the comment. Anyway,
I'm sure they have their sources. So I'm sure. I mean,
and again, this is. Here we go again.
Fund the DHS.
Yeah. How about some more money? Idiots. All right. Oh, Pete Davis, you mentioned Canada and letting a bad guy go and how woke they are up there. There's a lawsuit now concerning AI and a Canadian trans teenager from a horrible event in Canada on February 10th when the scumbag had a fixation with a chat bot And he was an 18-year-old school shooter who went into school, killed 6 children and 2 adults in Canada February 10th. Remember that case? The victims' families are suing in federal court in California. This kid was a trans teenager who killed 8 people, but he was using ChatGPT bot advising him. And the parent company, OpenAI, with CEO Sam Altman also being sued with the Elon Musk thing. The chatbot parent company, Sam Altman, OpenAI, used a dangerous product. This kid used a dangerous product and ignored the warnings of their own safety team, choosing profit over the lives of kids. Here's what happened. The kid was having conversations with a chatbot. The chatbot was so concerned about his account that they deactivated his chatbot safety team in June, 7 months before the killings. There were no safeguards in place to stop him, however, from setting up a new account and carrying on with the evil plan under a different username. This is incredible. ChatGPT sends an email to people whose accounts have been shut down, showing them how they can set up a new account 30 days later. And here's the troubling part. ChatGPT has a safety team. The team urged the parent company, OpenAI, to tell Canadian police that this guy was freaking out before the shootings. 12 employees of the company pushed the company, please tell the cops about this kid. OpenAI said, no, we don't want to start alerting authorities every time somebody looks a little crazy. It would set a precedent. We'd be compelled to notify authorities every time the safety team identified a user planning real-world violence. Well, yeah. Duh. Yeah, exactly. That's why you have the safety team, my God. So they said so many conversations on the platform involve violence that would require a dedicated law enforcement referral team full-time. Okay, so they did the math and decided the safety of the children of Tumbler Ridge of this place in Canada was an acceptable risk. This 18-year-old kid first killed his mother and his 11-year-old half-brother at his home and then went to the school.
Oh.
And ChatGPT could have
sued him.
Yeah.
So whoever made the decision, get their name, who made those decisions,
well, that's what they're doing.
Civilly sue them out of existence.
That's what they're doing right now. 7 of the survivors' families are suing ChatGPT, OpenAI, the owner company, for designing a dangerous product and then ignoring the warnings of its own safety team, and they are going to court. A civil case, and again, the problem is he's got billions, so you give him a couple of billion, he'll go away. You know what I mean? Anyways, here we go. They're starting. But again, AI, all of a sudden now is being linked directly to murders of children. This is our new AI. This is our new life.
And death.
I mean, this is, we're here. We're in it. All right, folks, 4:15, God. Let's see, here we go. AI, man, God. All right, snap out of it.
It's time for the Bortz Report, exclusively on Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station, Extra 106.3.
Well, here I go again with one of my favorite columnists, Peggy Noonan, Wall Street Journal. This column appeared, about 10 days ago. Government keeps going too far. And here, she really pointed out one of the problems with the Democrat Party. They consistently go too far and ask too much, whatever the issue or the program is. She called it ideological maximalism. You get everything you want and you give the other side nothing. And that reminded me of one of my pet peeves. I've been griping about this forever. The Obama handicapped spatulas. Now, under Obama, the folks that administer the ADA, Americans with Disabilities Act, decided that they had to have devices at every publicly accessible swimming pool to get handicapped people into the water. I call them handicapped spatulas because I'm rude and insensitive. The hospitality industry said, great, we have portable ones we can keep in case anybody ever wants to use one. No, but the government had to go too far. The government had to get everything. We want all of them to be permanently installed by the side of the pool. my old home, the St. Regis in Atlanta. Since the pool was publicly accessible, they had to have two of these things, one for the swimming pool, one for the hot tub. The handicap spatula for the hot tub was bigger than the hot tub. And in all of my travels, and I travel extensively, I would always ask, have you ever used that thing? Nobody ever said yes. They just sit there in the way. A portable unit would be accessible in 60 seconds. Ridiculous. The main use for these things is kids using them for helicopter simulators. I kid you not. Tomorrow, I'll give you another one, even more ridiculous than the handicap spatula, an example of government going too far. Neil Bortz, Extra 106.3.
Hey, it's Front Office Los with Tom, the honest car guy. Let's talk about the new way to buy a car in 2026. Tell me how you can save clients thousands of dollars in this process.
I got a customer here, Jeff Everhart. I met him today first time because I delivered his 25 model Honda Pilot, fully loaded with only 16,000 miles on it. Jeff, answer Los's question about that one.
It was actually shocking. I mean, you hear the advertisements, you want to believe it, and then when you go through with the sale, and there's no extras, there's no dock fees, there's no storage fees, no transportation fees. The price I was given was the price that I paid plus their honest fee. I did save thousands of dollars, and it was a very quick sale.
Well, we appreciate that.
And did it from my living room.
Did it from your living room.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
Georgia is growing. That means more jobs and more economic opportunity. As we enhance electric grid to power this growth, we're working to minimize disruptions in your community. Our crews always put safety first. Please watch for them working alongside the road and move over if you're driving. We will make every effort to choose the least disruptive route for new power lines while balancing community and environmental impact, costs, and reliability. Watch your mailbox for letters or postcards from Georgia Power. We're proud to be here for Georgia and here for you.
Sponsored by Georgia Power.
Oh, good. It's Rod Stewart. Do you think I'm sexy? I know. I'm sorry. Everybody else loves him, so I'll stop. Anyway, asked for a change in wedding vows on this day, 2001. Rod Stewart asked for a change in the wedding vows, bringing them up to date and to be treated like a dog license. Rod Stewart said, quote, a change is needed because they've been in existence for 600 years when people only used to live to be 35. So he didn't want to make it forever, I guess. He said, yeah, I'm going to have to change her in, apparently. My God. I wonder if he told her that. Rod Stewart. Well, when I performed wedding ceremonies, I performed 3 of them, and I made sure that I talked to the bride and groom before we may have exactly the vows they wanted, and everything was very professional and very, very nice as I performed. Now, I don't know, Nitro, did you even know that I was an ordained minister and performed 3 wedding ceremonies?
I've heard that.
Yeah.
But I am, too.
You're an ordained minister?
Yeah.
I'll be darned.
How many of you officiated?
I officiated one. My
Just
cousin.
one.
So I married my cousin.
You married you performed wedding on your cousin, or you married her?
I married.
Just hot cousin.
Yeah.
All right. So out of the 3 of you, who's done the most?
I've done 3.
Pete. 1. Okay. So Kevin.
And Nitro.
1.
I'll be damned. Now, how did you actually go to school and everything? Or?
No, it's one of the things you get on.
Yeah. Well, for another $50, I could have been a bishop. Silly me. Anyway, to the phones. Mark from the Rome Marks. Mark, welcome aboard, sir. How you doing? It's a beautiful day. What's up?
What's up, Kimmer?
Yes.
One thing for you, 3 for Pete.
All right.
Pete is a veteran of double bypass surgery, November of 2023. If you think something's not right, let them know that.
Yeah.
One of my bypasses closed up for almost after the surgery, and they didn't discover it till this past October. And I kept telling them something wasn't right.
Wow, that's 3 years almost.
Pete, Pete, in my 1970 wagon, in 1978, I installed an 8-track player in it. And the first 8-track I bought, Dave Mason, was it called Mariposa de Oro or something like that? It was a Spanish name.
In your 1970 Valiant?
Yes. I got it when I was a senior in high school in 77 and drove it till after I was married in 84.
I love it.
When you saw the Eagles in 79, do you remember what night of the week you went on?
No, I just remember it was the worst concert I ever went to. They were mad at each other. They didn't want to be there. It was they basically just went through the motions.
Wow.
I don't remember that. I was just happy to be there. We went on Sunday night that year, and then that was about 2 months before I started dating my now wife, and we're going next Tuesday to see him at Truist.
Oh, no
She's
kidding.
been wanting to see him all these years.
Hey, do we have tickets today?
We'll be giving away, yeah.
Oh, excellent. We got to get tickets later.
I've already got them. Give them to somebody that needs them. So we're good there. So,
outstanding.
By the way, Kimmer, that liberal that called, the last time he called he used the name Cameron.
Yeah.
You really missed your shot the time before that.
The
you remember who he called as?
No, I don't.
Joey?
Joey.
Joey? And just listen to him. He's probably seen a lot of grown men naked.
I'll bet gladiator movies. Hey, Mark, thanks. Have a great day, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, Pete, definitely glad to have Pete back. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate it. Now, hey, Nitro, we're going to do a Flounders Funny. I owe you a Flounders Funny. And then we're going to talk about when are you at your happiest in your life? Coming up, but first, a little Flounders Funny for you right here.
Have you been to a hotel? This is how they work. They have about 100 people staying there, okay? And they put one 19-year-old in charge of the whole operation. That kid is 19, okay? If he gets a phone call from his buddy during his shift and his buddy says, hey, I met these two girls and they have some beers, he will quit right there. He will leave. Sometimes I'll get to a hotel late, 10 o'clock, and I'll walk in. There's nobody there. There's nobody. Nobody at the front desk. No sign of anybody. It's like Walgreens at night, but it's more concerning because I plan on being unconscious in this establishment. One time I came downstairs, and I go to the front desk. I'm like, hey, there's something wrong in my room. Can I talk to the manager? Sir, the manager does not work at night. Really? Because you guys are sort of in the business of night. That is why you exist, primarily for the night.
People stay at night.
People come here for night stuff. You are a night business. Hotels and lighthouses. It's night. It's the night places, okay? I have an email that says I booked a 3-night stay. Night. No, I'm not saying good night. I'm not saying night-night. I'm emphasizing the word night.
Greg Warren right there.
It's a 3-night stay. I keep forgetting how funny he is. I don't know why I never really saw him very much.
He's kind of new, I guess.
If you're a minister and Jeff's a minister and I'm a minister,
it's kind of scary.
That makes Flounder.
Flounder's a heathen. Yeah, he's the
he's the
outcast. Yeah, he's our congregation. I should give him communion one day.
Now I know how a stutterer feels.
What do you mean?
Yeah, because every once in a while I have to catch a breath, right? So I have to pause between words. And I notice that people tend to try and fill that little 2-second void.
Yeah, sorry. That's radio stuff. We don't like dead air. Dead air is death.
You're right.
And now I don't know whether I don't even know whether anybody teaches anything anymore. But when I was, getting into radio, it's literally 60 years ago. Dead air was, well, no, you can't have dead air.
No.
God, no. Glenn Beck would have been fired his first week. He caught me again this morning. I swear to God. He comes out, he'll say, and now I know we finally have the answer, which I'm going to finally reveal to you. And I'm going, my app died. I'm going to call Flounder. And that answer is, damn it, Glenn. He's got these 14-second pauses all the time. It's driving me freaking crazy. I say, hit my phone. Where's the app? God. Sorry, I don't mean to complain. We love him. We love the man. Anyway. A little bit of sad news here, although I didn't really know much about this because I was doing a lot of other things in the 80s, but we mourn the passing of Roger Sweet. Roger Sweet was 91 years old, died peacefully at his care facility, surrounded by his wife, Marlene, and friends. Roger Sweet was a guy who worked with Mattel in the 70s and 80s, and Roger Sweet was the toy designer who created He-Man. He-Man and Masters of the Universe. In his final months marked by serious health struggles, apparently he was battling dementia. He died, he was 91. He suffered a bad fall walking somewhere and didn't remember anything about it or what happened. He had 2 brain bleeds. Apparently at the hospital, they put him in a facility for memory care that cost $10,000 a month. So his wife did a public Go Help fan thing, and they raised $100,000 or whatever. He passed away, 91 years old. He studied the Institute of Design in Chicago. In Mattel, they missed out on Star Wars toys. And they missed out producing those. Somebody else got it, and so it cost them. And so they were trying to. We need a new hit. We need a new hit. So this guy Sweet said, "You know what? Let me do this little something here." So he took a big Jim doll, whatever that was, and bulked it up with clay and put him into a powerful stance. They pitched the concept to the company's, staff people and said, okay, we'll try it. The rough prototype became He-Man, debuted in 1982, and was a toy aisle powerhouse. He-Man was everywhere by 83. Animated series, Prince Adam transformed this sword-wielding hero with the now famous line, "By the power of Grayskull, I have the power." 80s pop culture, spin-offs, merchandise, loyal fan base. And now, in fact, he died, and now they're coming up with another revival, a new live-action Masters of the Universe movie. It'll hit the theaters this summer. And Roger Sweet passed away at 91.
This guy does a Skeletor meme that's just funny as hell. Just constantly makes up funny stuff.
Really? I didn't even know Skeletor. Is that part of the He-Man thing?
It's his villain.
Yeah, it's his villain.
It is?
Castle of Grayskull.
Yeah, I know the Grayskull, but again, I don't. Yeah, I'm just.
Till we meet again.
Right, you are, Nell. And then Snidely Whiplash, yes.
Dirk Dastardly.
Drastics, yeah.
The Monarch.
Dastardly. Anyway, coming up, why you want to avoid a certain luxury tourist resort that deals in deadly serpents, and the age where you're most happiest in life. See what you think. Coming up, Kimmer, Pete, Flounder, and Nitro on the board, and it's all coming up. 106.3. Look out. Here we go.
Extra 106.3 is focused on the issues that matter most to you. Inflation, housing costs, healthcare, and taxes all shape the political landscape nationally and in Atlanta. And President Trump continues to fight the good fight so you'll have the chance to live the American dream. Proud to be the conservative voice of Atlanta. Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra app.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro's swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
Babe, can you knock out my honey-do list today?
Oh, I know. I told you I'd get to it this weekend.
Hi, I'm Chris Lalomia, owner of the Trusted Toolbox. I can't fix your marriage, but I can fix your house. With our handyman for a day service, we'll handle those drywall patches, that door that won't latch, the leaky faucet, and the wood rot all around your house. The whole punch list, done fast, done right. You keep your weekend, she gets the house done. Everybody wins. Book your handyman for a day at thetrustedtoolbox.com. One call, one handyman, one day, the Trusted Toolbox.
Great, another auto repair. You took it to the dealer and now you're starting to panic. They say it's going to cost thousands and take weeks to complete. So don't fall for the tricks. Take it to Vicks. From simple oil changes and tires to transmission replacements and collision repair, you can count on Vicks Auto Care for honest, affordable service. Vicks Auto Care on Roswell Street in Marietta. Visit them today at VicksAutoCare.com. That's VIKS Autocare.com.
Time now for the Retire Wise Report. James Parker here with financial advisor Sean Maloney, founder and CEO of Retire Wise. So when we go through days or weeks of volatility in the market, Sean, it's hard to know what to do. What can you tell us?
The biggest thing is don't panic or make immediate decisions with your money. Take those emotional concerns out of the middle of it. Look, markets cycle regularly. Market corrections and bear markets are a normal part of the cycle. They're just part of the plan that are going to be accounted for. If you feel nervous when you read the headlines about big drops in the market, you might not know enough about how your money is positioned. That's why it's important to get the right guidance on a financial plan for your retirement.
Tell us about the offer you have for our listeners.
All right, so now's the time to start, folks. Looking ahead and identifying if you have too much risk in your portfolio. That's the first thing. We have a helpful little resource for our listeners today. We call it the Retire Happy Framework Toolkit. You can get it today by calling or texting WISE to 770-802-2200. My team helped put together this just for you, and it's a complimentary guide. And the center of this is a copy of my latest book, The Priority of Retirement, plus guides on major topics like investments, Social Security, income planning, taxes, and so forth of the key components of retirement. So if you want to get this information in your hands today, call or text WISE to 770-802-2200. That's 770-802-2200.
Take advantage of this offer and get your Retire Happy Framework today. Just text WISE to 770-802-2200. The team at Retire Wise will get you your Retire Happy Framework to you right away. So just call or text WISE to 770-802-2200. Investment advisory services made available through AE Wealth Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal. Firm does not provide tax services.
If you knew what was actually inside of your dog's food bag, you might never open another one. Let's see. BHT, BHA, ethioxyquin. I don't even know what this stuff is. And it's not just hiding in the cheap brands. It's in some of the most popular dog foods on the market, sitting in your pantry, going into your dog's bowl every single day. Chemical preservatives linked to organ damage, cancer, chronic inflammation, cheap ingredients. And the scary part, it's all legal. Well, your dog can't read the label, and I don't even know what that stuff means. I just know it's probably not very good. That's why thousands of dog owners have turned to Rough Greens, created by naturopathic Dr. Dennis Black. It's America's #1 dog supplement, packed with live probiotics, enzymes, omega oils, and over 20 vitamins and minerals. All natural, made in the U.S. You just sprinkle it on top of whatever you're feeding, and you'll see the difference. You will. Thousands of dogs are feeling younger, more energetic, and healthier than they have in years, and your dog could be one of them. Get the free Jumpstart trial bag today. You just cover shipping. Go to roughgreens.com. Use the discount code BECK. That's RUFFgreens.com, discount code BECK. Rough Greens makes any dog food better.
Coming up, Kimmer Show halftime update.
We got extra stories. I got a lot of stories that came in later that I got. I'm always looking for new stuff. It's not fair to count stuff that didn't get in there.
Quit whining. You're batting 300. 3 out of 10.
Hall of Fame. 3 out of 10. Not bad. Not too bad. In fact, Flounder, tell them the story.
Real quick, give me 2 seconds. And I'll do that real quick, and then I'll have it ready.
Okay, all right. I'll give you a birthday thing, and we get the whole year. Our birthday list includes Daniel Day-Lewis, 69 years old. This guy is a hell of an actor. 6-time Oscar nominee. He's won 3 of them. Daniel Day-Lewis started acting in movies and TV in 1971. But he has less than 30 credits to his name total after 50-something years. In the last 20 years, Daniel Day-Lewis has done 4 movies. And he's won 3 Oscars. He did Gangs of New York, There Will Be Blood, Last of the Mohegans. Daniel Day-Lewis, 69 years old today.
All right, so what Kimmer was saying is, right before he came on, there's a headline on Fox's website that says, Mondami said if he was to speak with King Charles, he would urge him to return the Koh-i-Noor diamond from India. The crown jewel, part of the British crown jewels, has long been disputed due to its colonial era origins. The comment came during remarks during 9/11 in New York City earlier today.
That was, of course, India was under British rule,
right?
And that was the whole Indira Gandhi thing, right? It was Muhammad Gandhi, and now this Noor, it was a diamond, right?
Diamond, yeah.
I think isn't that like as big as an apple or something? Some famous jewel, the king of the jewels, yeah. Oh my, yeah. And he wants and so Mondami wants it back. Yeah, that'll happen probably. Let's see. There we go. A little history thing here for you today. And to Kim Repeat and Flounder and Nitro's on the board. They're doing great. We'll have another. I just know one day it's going to explode. It's just probably right next to me. You know. On this day in 1945. Adolf Hitler and Eva Braun got married. Braun met Hitler, employed as an assistant, as official photographer. She was a middle-class Catholic in her background, spent time out of public view. She went skiing and swimming and by herself, kind of. Didn't have any political influence of any kind, but she was loyal to the end. They got married a few hours before they died, and because Hitler had planned to die by poison, he wanted to make sure it worked. So the day before this day, Adolf Hitler tested one of his cyanide capsules on his beloved German shepherd named Blondie. And, of course, the dog died a horrible death. So the next day, Eva Braun took the poison and died. And they say that Hitler shot himself. I guess he saw what the results were of the poison and would rather just put a bullet in his head. But anyway, he killed his dog to make sure it worked. Anyway. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, speaking of weird things here. A German tourist with his family was at a luxury resort in Egypt. And this luxury resort is known for its tourist attractions. They have an upscale entertainment program. A popular Red Sea destination known for its upscale all-inclusive packages, including water excursions and desert outings and stuff like that. Well, they have a show which involves using some serpents. And in fact, at some points in some places, they put these snakes around the necks of some of the people at the guests part of this entertainment. Unfortunately, the other day, one of the gentlemen, a German gentleman, was sitting there, a 57-year-old fellow with his family, and he felt something crawling up his pant leg, and then he felt the bite of the freaking cobra. And he died at the hospital. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, venomous snakes. It bit him on the leg somewhere, and went up his freaking trousers. And I don't know how far up he got. Trouser snake.
You don't get this anywhere, folks.
I swear to God. That's exactly what it was. And
that'd be a great name for a minor league baseball
Trouser
team.
snakes.
The Talladega Trouser Snakes.
Can you imagine the giveaways?
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
A cobra.
The cobra.
Did it just happen to get out of the
They don't know what happened. They don't know what happened. You know, they used as cobras in the act, and one of them got loose. Something got disappeared and caught the guy's leg, and boom, ball game.
That's a lawsuit.
Yeah, that's
like the funniest animal act I ever saw. Remember the Renaissance Festival?
Oh God, yeah, yeah.
We used to go down and do shows. Turkey Leg.
Did live stuff down
or something.
They had a kissing wench who was all over me, and I wanted to marry that girl. Oh God, oh man, that was fun. I'm sorry. Yeah, you were saying kissing
bear wench. They did one of those aviary things where they had the hawks and the stuff. And he goes, he lets the hawk go, and he goes, or the eagle, whichever one it was. He goes, yeah, he likes to fly around. He'll be right back as soon as I hold up my hand here, and that bird took off and kept going
and disappeared
and going and got smaller and smaller and disappeared over the horizon. And he just sit there and just stared at it.
No, hold his hand off.
Well, that's the show today, folks.
Thanks for coming. The Renaissance, do they still do that, I wonder, in summertime? I wonder if they do. That was really fun. They sell you those great big freaking drumsticks. It must weigh 8 pounds apiece. I don't know where they get them off like dinosaur legs or something. And the kissing wenches go around and kissing you on the cheek and stuff.
Beer wench.
Yeah, the beer wench. That was really beer wenches. Hey, wench, bring me a...
I mean, what else was there? They would do a little act or play or sing and dance. That was it.
Yeah, and they dressed like, the 1860s or whatever the hell. I don't even know Middle Ages. Middle Ages.
Middle Ages, yeah.
Well, hell, it was like the 1400s or 1500s, I guess.
Renaissance.
Yeah. Oh, my Lord. Anyway. By the way, I've got two really bizarre stories involving intimacy. And one of them is disgusting and the other is kinky.
All right.
So, you want to go disgusting or kinky first?
I'm here for the kinky,
All right,
but you have to do the disgusting.
All righty. Do you know this woman, Alex Cooper?
No.
Alex Cooper, you've heard her before. We've talked about her before. She does a podcast called Call Her Daddy. And she has millions. She's number 4 podcast in America. She has millions of viewers. And it's Call Her Daddy. And she has made the rounds a couple of times for political reasons and so forth. She's a screaming liberal freakoid. And again, she has millions and millions of viewers. Number 4 podcast popularity. Her name is Alex Cooper, and she is now getting a lot of attention for her dating advice. Making dating fun again. Alex Cooper, this chick, pushed back on dating rules she said are popular on TikTok. And I did not know this. Apparently, TikTok advice is, on a first date, you should not kiss him. Well, Alex Cooper on her podcast, Call Her Daddy, says, I totally disagree. No kissing on a first date? Well, sometimes I blank them on a first date. How about that, TikTok? If a first kiss feels right, it feels right, she added. The first kiss at the end of the date is seriously what they write movies about and songs about and books, okay? She told listeners in graphic detail about sexual activity with her husband when they were dating and said, you do not need to be denying yourself pleasure to prove some arbitrary point. So kiss him on the first date, blanking, sleep with him on the first night. Like, I don't care. You have to go based on what feels good to your body, what feels right to you. This million listener person said, listeners our comments about screw your prude friends. If you have some blanking friends that are prudes that are like, oh, you should never kiss on the first date, you're going to have to give them the wrong impression. They're just going to think you're a whore. Okay, maybe for you, Cassandra, but I'm going to about let them do anything, including the first one, all night long. 3 million views. Call Her Daddy, number 4 podcast in the world. No, they won't call you a whore, ma'am. They'll just say you're an easy lay. They'll just say you're loose. But again, you have the freedom to do it. I mean, it's just... And again, I don't know any rules about anything anymore. I think it's gone. Thank God that I'm not trying to date. I'm not really trying to. Thank God I'm not trying to find a wife. I can't. If I was really seriously, like when I was younger, I wanted a wife. I didn't want a girlfriend. I wanted a girlfriend. I didn't want to date. I wanted a girlfriend and I wanted a wife. And today, I thank God. There's no way I could relate to the modern relationship mores. I couldn't get it. Well, I mean, if I could.
Sounds like you could pretty easily.
That came out a little wrong. I could get it with her. But honestly, didn't
we go through this with Chelsea Handler and look what happened to her? I mean, no one even thinks of her anymore.
Just skanky, just kind of grody,
the slut thing, you grow out of it, and at some point nobody wants you anymore, and then what do you do?
And again, what bothers me, I mean, my own business, but I mean, she certainly has a right to do all this the same way, Kimball has a right to say Jimmy Kimmel stuff certainly has a right to do it. But it's just, I don't know. It's just cheesy, and they're loving it.
But like Norm Macdonald, we said yesterday, don't be so hasty.
I know. We don't want to
shame.
Slut shame. I mean, if she's happy and willing, and obviously she's married, her husband stayed with her. God, if I had a wife who was describing all the things that she did, including that, with everybody she went out with, if she felt like it. Anyway, I guess I'm not a modern man, that's for sure. Where's my ponytail? All right, 446 already. Holy smokes, 106.3. How you doing? It's a beautiful day. 404-741-1230. 106.3. Go Braves again tonight with the Detroit Tigers. Coming up right here. Well, not here.
The Kimmer Show is live until 6 p.m. and Extra 106.3 has the rest of your night covered with Jesse Kelly up next. Fox Across America with Jimmy Fela at 9 p.m. and The Guy Benson Show at midnight. All live on Extra 106.3 and the Extra app.
Jaron Solomon here, and if you want to absolutely win Mother's Day, listen up. Now through May 10th, when you make a purchase at Solomon Brothers Jewelers, you can receive a free Big Green Egg grill with qualifying purchase. And this year, for all of you out there who have taken us up on this offer before, you also have the option of a brand new Traeger. You give mom something timeless, and you get the grill everybody wants. Visit Solomon Brothers Jewelers or book your appointment at solomonbrothers.com.
Retirement should feel exciting, not stressful. But if you're close to retirement or already there, have you ever stopped to ask, do I really understand the risks to my plan? Hi, I'm David Nicholas, president of Nicholas Wealth Management. Things like market swings, higher taxes, inflation, healthcare costs, even living longer than expected can slowly chip away at your savings if you're not prepared. And even solid plans can have blind spots. That's why we offer a retirement risk analysis. It looks at how your investments, income, and taxes could hold up in real-life situations, not just on paper. It helps answer the big questions. What happens if the market drops? And will your money last as long as you do? If you're within 10 years of retirement or already retired, give us a call, 678-990-8500, or visit nicholaswealth.com to schedule a complimentary retirement risk analysis. Nicholas Wealth Management, helping you retire with clarity, confidence, and control.
Nicholas Wealth Management is an independent financial services firm. This is for informational purposes only and is not specific investment advice.
In a time when everything feels political, one place must rise above it all: the courtroom, where the law rules and integrity matters. In 2020, Georgians came together, electing a justice who believes in protecting our courts.
I'm Georgia Supreme Court Justice Sarah Warren, and here's what I believe. I believe in the rule of law, the separation of powers, and a judge's limited role to interpret the law as written. I believe in a nonpartisan judiciary, impartial judges who don't advocate for political positions or outcomes. I believe in deciding cases without bias or favor, treating everyone with dignity and respect. As a justice on your Supreme Court, I've upheld these values. With your support, we'll maintain the integrity of our courts.
Vote to re-elect Justice Sarah Warren. Vote early starting April 27th or on Election Day, May 19th. Paid for by Georgians for Justice Warren, Inc.
Living with everyday pain is like having a voice that always says, no, you can't do that. No, you better sit this one out. It's no way to live. So if pain is affecting you, see how Relief Factor can help get you back to life on your terms. One where you say yes a lot more. Relief Factor is a daily supplement that fights pain naturally. Developed by doctors, Relief Factor's unique formula of natural ingredients does not just mask pain, it helps reduce or eliminate it for good. Whether it's your back, neck, joints, or muscles, Relief Factor can help you, as it has for so many others. So call 1-800-4-RELIEF and give Relief Factor's 3-week quick start a try. It's only $19.95, less than $1 a day to get your life back. Just go to ReliefFactor.com or call 1-800-4-RELIEF. That's 1-800-4-RELIEF. And see how you can say yes to more of everything you want.
Here we go. No crying. No emotional bourgeois here going on here. But we have Aerosmith. In 1998, Steven Tyler broke his knee at a concert in Anchorage, Alaska, and it delayed Aerosmith's 9 Lives tour. They delayed the 9 Lives tour, and it necessitated different camera angles and adjustments for the filming of the video, I Don't Want to Miss a Thing. Here, Aerosmith. In 1998, Steven Tyler broke his knee. Our birthday list includes comedian Jerry Seinfeld, 72 today. 72 years old, and I guess he's still doing stuff. Is he doing stuff on social media?
Yeah,
so the car thing, or
yeah, my friends are down in Sarasota. They're going to see him down there at Sarasota.
Really cool. Other than the fact that he stole somebody's wife on his honeymoon, it was kind of, the guy was newly married and his wife, the newlywed girl, was at a health club where Jerry Seinfeld showed up, and he started hitting on her, and it worked, and he stole her. And the guy sued him and won, I think, a bunch of money for abandoning of a love thing or whatever. Let's see. Hold on. Oh, now I got to hold on. I did a birthday. All right, hold on. Here we go. This is a fun little story. By the way, we're also going to do, well, we got a couple things coming up here. So don't and Holy Crap at Sports doing a lot of sports stuff here too. On this day in 1429, during the 100 Years' War, Joan of Arc, a French peasant, leads a force in relieving the city of Orleans, besieged by the English. In this season in 1429, Joan of Arc, at the age of 16, heard voices of Christian saints telling her to aid the French Dauphin in gaining French throne and expelling the English from France. Convicted of the validity of her divine mission, Charles furnished Joan of Arc with a small force of troops. She led them to Orleans, and on this day, a French sortie distracted the English troops on the west side of the city. Joan of Arc entered unopposed by its eastern gate, took the supplies and troops into the besieged city, inspired the French to a passionate resistance through the next week, led the charge during a number of skirmishes and battles. This girl's 17 years old. On one occasion, she was hit by an arrow. After dressing her wounds, she went back to the battle. In May, the siege of Orleans was broken. The English retreated. During the next 5 weeks, Joan of Arc led French forces in a number of stunning victories over the English. Traditional city of coronation of Reims, I guess it is, captured in July. Later, Charles VII was crowned king. Joan of Arc was kneeling at his feet. 1430, another military expedition against the English occupiers of France. The soldiers captured Joan of Arc, sold her to the English, tried her for heresy, tried as a heretic and a witch, convicted, and on May 30th, 1431, burned at the stake. Recognized as a Christian saint by the Roman Catholic Church. 17 years old. Fighting the battle. And didn't they complain that she was dressing like a man all the time, and therefore she was Now, whether I don't know what
the French got tired of her, and thought she was a problem, and so
because
when the
the
British
king's
got
closest,
her, they basically helped the British kill her. Basically,
Now, were they claiming that she was like a lesbian or anything? Was that a thing?
A witch. I think they were saying
it was
she
a witch, but I don't think it had anything to do with her sexuality. I don't think, but she was dressing like a man, and that set a lot of people off. And I don't know whether it had anything to do with anything, but anyway, excuse me. Let's see. Oh, Flounder had a question because on this day in history, hold on, I got it right here. I had it right here. Now I can't. Here I got it. On this day in history, in 1983, Stephen King published Christine, his classic horror novel about a possessed car. And I never read the book, but I sure saw the movie. Flounder? You asked a question here, which might be kind of interesting.
Do you remember your first horror movie or novel that kind of stuck out with you?
I was trying to think. Maybe something like the original movie, The Blob. From black and white, where there's
that was color. That was color film.
I don't remember.
I remember the first movie I saw in the movie theater. It was The Gate. It had Stephen Dwarf in it. It was a kid, and
really.
In the backyard of this house, there was a storm, and it knocked over a tree, which opened up a portal of demons in there.
No!
I remember seeing it in the movie theater, and it just scared the hell out of me.
Yeah. Pete, have you got a horror movie? Are you a horror movie guy?
Not really, but the Amityville Horror was pretty scary.
Amityville, and that was based on a true story of a house. Man, we did that
allegedly.
thing. Allegedly. They were probably made it up to sell money, but it was supposedly where the slaughtering occurred and the family moved in and then said what's going on there. Nitro, do you have are you a horror movie guy?
Not really, but I read the Amityville Horror as well. Saw the movie.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't. What's that?
There's an old black and white movie called The Screaming Skull. If any TBS used to play TCG. If you'd be home from school sick, and your mom would make you tomato soup and ginger ale, and you'd be sitting there watching the morning
Saltines.
movie. It was always a scary movie, and it was a screaming skull, and you're in there, you're in the house by yourself, scared, whatless.
Yes, it's like Vincent Price, and it's like being the last living cell in a dead body, Boris Karloff. Yeah, those are the ones. Those are the old Frankenstein movies and the
House on Hell Hill or something. That was a good one too.
Zowie Gadawi. Let's see. You know what? Let's do. I got a sex thing I'll save for after 5 o'clock.
Pardon me? Save it after 6.
Wait, nobody out on the way home.
Wait.
Oh, you know what?
Are we giving Eagles tickets away or not?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we are. Well, I'll give them at the top of the hour at 5 o'clock. So right when we come out of your hooting and hollering, we'll get it.
Okay, so again, we're giving away a pair of tickets to see the Eagles next Tuesday here at the Battery at Truist Park.
Yeah.
In 6 days, next Tuesday, 2 tickets to Eagles, and we'll do it. We'll give them away after the 5 o'clock news coming up here in 6
I have
or 8
a tough
days.
question today.
Yeah, you got to ask her a question. Now, this could be a personal thing about Pete's, personal choice in music.
Not going to be personal. This is actual good stuff.
Okay, all right. Well, that'll be right after 5 o'clock. And by the way, and I got a Flounders Funny coming up here in just in 1 minute, in fact. And in the meantime, this is a true story. I read this and I couldn't believe the way people act this way. Kayla Alvarenga is a woman, 23 years old, New York City, Long Island, a gang leader. And she found that somebody had pulled into her parking spot in front of her house and fallen asleep in his car. The guy was drunk. 29-year-old kid named Lenier Ponce. And he was dragged sleeping from his car because she ordered his goons to get him out of there because that was her spot. He had pulled over to rest on a block after a night out. He parked in front of the wrong house. She called her buddies and said, "Get this guy out of here." And so they did. She came out demanding they move the car. He got in an argument with her, and we'll get to the rest of the story after the news at Flounders Funny right here. It's incredible.
Being on Spirit, because they're honest with you, You don't get that on other airlines. Spirit's like, look, you think you can travel cheaper than us? Enjoy your drive. Because the rest of the airline industry will lie to your face. They will. They'll tell you you're important, but if you don't have money, you're not. You're not. You've seen those advertisements they have? Dude sipping champagne, sitting in a comfy seat, says fly in luxury. You know what that should say? It should say, this is not your seat. It's not. It's not. We reserve this seat for people we think are better than you. We're not even going to hide it. We're going to call them our first-class people. Yeah, that's why they're flying in the part of the plane that looks like a limousine. You know what we call you? Group 9. Yeah, that's why you're flying in the part of the plane that looks like a bus to Tijuana. But as a consolation, we will let you walk past these people as you get onto the plane. So you can assess where your life went wrong.
Mr. Jason Salmon.
There you go. All right, coming up after the 5 o'clock news, give away the tickets to go see the Eagles next Tuesday, and the story of the gang girl, and so much more. The Voting Act, and it's all coming up. It's almost 5 o'clock. Go Braves, holy crap at sports, and it's all next on 106.3. Look out.
Streaming across Georgia on the Extra 106.3 app. This is WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. Extra 106.3.
From the Middle East to Capitol Hill, I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. Tension over the conflict with Iran as the Joint Chiefs Chairman and War Secretary Pete Hegseth defend the Pentagon's $1.5 trillion budget request for next year.
That is $500 billion higher than the request for last year, a record high.
Fox's Jennifer Griffin on the Hill.
The hearing quickly devolved into mudslinging. Democratic lawmakers continued to press Secretary Hegseth on the cost of the Iran war. His response, what is the cost of Iran having a nuclear weapon?
You're going to lecture this administration about the economy? You know what is upsetting? Incredible. You didn't even do the analysis on how much it's costing the American people. It's one thing if you said, okay, it costs the American people $5,000, but we think it's worth it.
California Democratic Congressman Ro Khanna accusing the administration of incompetence. One Pentagon official estimates the cost of Operation Epic Fury so far is $25 billion. President Trump says Iran's economy is dead, and he's not setting a timeline for the U.S. blockade aimed at forcing the regime to make a deal that includes its nuclear nuclear program. The president says he has a good long call today with Russia's President Putin, mainly about Ukraine.
I suggested a little bit of a ceasefire, and I think he might do that. He might announce something having to do with it.
Also offering renewed hope for a solution a day after Britain's King Charles urged unyielding resolve for Ukraine's defense during a speech to Congress. A Supreme Court decision could open the door to more redistricting. The 6-3 ruling strikes down a majority black congressional district in Louisiana as unconstitutional, relying too heavily on race. But a liberal dissent argues this weakens a landmark civil rights law.
They think it's actually going to be very grave. They say it's dire. It's going to lead to less minority representation in government positions. So we'll have to see how it plays out. But this was a biggie when you look at all of these redistricting fights and the potential impact on the midterms.
Fox's Shannon Bream. America is listening to Fox News.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Now, this 25th anniversary of 9/11, the Tunnel to Towers Foundation remains committed to honoring the heroes shaped by that day. Heroes like NYPD Detective Victor Vargas, a U.S. Air Force veteran who died from pancreatic cancer after serving in the World Trade Center recovery efforts. Tunnel to Towers honored Detective Vargas by paying off the family's mortgage. You can donate $11 a month, and you can amplify your impact with a car or land donation. Go to their website, the letter T, the number 2, the letter T.org.
Let's get it together, ladies. Left shoulder, right of like, ready on your dog target. Road guards out. Look out. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer with Pete Davis. Oh, my God. He's gone. He's got a new architectural Oh, you just put up a new architectural building there, Pete Davis. You scared me to death there for a second up in the mountains of Macon there, sir. Anyway, looking good. You're recuperating and all is well. And that's live. Holy Crap at Sports coming up here shortly. Flounders in the house and Nitro's here. I'm running the board, our buddy Jeff. And we got you too. In fact, we're going to do a little contest here and then we'll finish our. We got a little newsy stuff going on. Do we have any contestants? Or what we do? All right. And Pete Davis is going to ask a question. This is number one more time. Do it. We'll
okay.
One more time. Okay. Our number. We're going to give away Eagles tickets. Pete's going to ask a quiz question, and we'll give away tickets to the winner of the quiz question. Our number is 404-741-1230. 404-741-1230, 1230. And we will ask you a quiz question for the Eagles. 2 tickets, 1 pair of tickets. Eagles next Tuesday here at Truist Park, the Battery. So that'd be kind of cool. Now, do we have a first contestant? Who do we got there?
Rod.
I'm sorry?
Rod.
Rod, you're on the radio, man. How's it going?
What's up? What's up?
Are you a big Eagles fan, I'm guessing, are you?
I've seen the Eagles 3 times.
Oh, no kidding. Cool. Now would you be
Absolutely.
taking someone like a wife or a family member, or what would you do with the 2 tickets?
Oh, I'm way too ugly to have a wife or girlfriend, so just you, Cameron. I'll just take you.
Oh, yeah, that's a great idea.
Come on.
Well, I'll tell you what, Pete Davis has a question. No, stop doing that, Pete. Pete Davis has a question for you. See if we can win you. Yeah, what do you got there, Pete?
You got to be an Eagles fan to get this one.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
All right. What Eagles song has the most complex arrangement?
The most complex Eagles arrangement song. The most complicated.
Hotel California.
That's a good guess, but it's not Hotel California. That is a complex one.
Oh, sorry, Rod. Sorry, man. Good luck to you.
Thanks, guys.
Sorry about that. And again, now this is determined by what generally this is well known kind of a deal. Artists would say it's the most well, is this your opinion? I mean, the most complicated?
No, that's not opinion. It's
that's what I'm saying. Okay, that's what I'm saying. This is officially known as the most complicated. Right. Okay. All right, and who's next on the thing there, Nitro? Okay, we got to find we got another contestant here,
Mike.
do we? What's that?
Mike.
Speak up, Mike.
Hey, cheer down on there, would you? Mike, Mike, here's Pete Davis with your question again. Go ahead, Pete.
What Eagles song has the most complex arrangement?
Complex arrangement. Mike, what do you think? Mike, are you there?
Hey, Carlton. Hello?
Yes, sir.
This is Carlton. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. We made a mistake. Carlton's on the radio. Hi, Carlton. Carlton the doorman. Hi, Carlton the doorman. Okay.
That's true.
Yes, sir. Now, did you hear the question?
No. Could you say it again?
Sure, absolutely. Pete Davis.
What Eagles song has the most complex arrangement?
Most complex arrangement of what song, Eagles?
Well, they could be anything. They have a lot. I'm going to say Life in the Fast Lane.
Life in the Fast Lane?
No, it's not Life in the Fast Lane. No,
that is a complex. All right, good guess. Okay. Let's see. Another contestant, 404-741.
Is this Mike on the horn?
Hey, Mike, is that you?
This is Greg.
Greg,
go ahead.
Hey, Greg, welcome aboard. You're on the radio. Pete Davis, here's your question. Go ahead.
What Eagles song has the most complex arrangement?
What do you think, Greg?
I'm going to say Take It Easy.
Take
No,
It Easy?
it's not Take It Easy.
Oh,
it's not
man.
Take It Easy.
I'll be damned. Sorry about that. All right. We got another 404-741-1230. Yeah.
I think this is Joel. Is this Joel? If not, who is this?
Yeah, it's Joel, and let's go with Desperado.
Desperado.
No, that is a good.
I would have thought that
good
one.
guess, but it is not Desperado. It's one of the big ones though. It's not Desperado.
We got Luann on the horn.
Luann, is that what you said?
Yes.
Hey, hi, Luann. Welcome. Do you have an answer for us?
Hi. I would say Hotel California.
Hotel
No,
California.
someone's already guessed Hotel
sorry,
California.
sweetie. Sorry.
Yeah.
404-741-1230.
Do you want a hint?
Well, the other
Yes.
people didn't get a hint, so I don't know whether it's fair to give the new people a hint. But
Well,
sure, I don't care.
This is a tougher question.
Okay.
And we just had someone repeat.
And there's a lot of
an
songs to choose from. So
and
that,
there's a lot of songs.
Okay.
It is on Hotel California.
Well, they'll be Googling now the songs listed on Hotel California.
All right, caller, what's your name?
Hi, you're on the radio. Who's this?
Hi, this is John.
Hey, John, do you have an answer for Pete's questions on the Eagles' most complex song?
Arrangement.
May I ask if he can repeat the question, please?
Sure. Yeah, here we go. Go ahead, Pete.
What Eagles song has the most complex arrangement?
Most complex arrangement, and it is a song on the Hotel California album. You have a guess?
I would say it is The Last Resort.
We got a winner.
It's a winner. Hey, outstanding. Hey, congratulations. You won 2 tickets to see the Eagles this coming Tuesday at Truist Park. How about that?
Huge Eagles fans. We've never seen them.
Outstanding.
My wife Rebecca is with me.
Hi, Rebecca.
Hi. Thank you so much.
Now, how long you guys been together?
Oh, gosh. We met way later in life, so we'll be celebrating our 5th wedding anniversary in September.
Well, good for you. I think later in life and celebrating an anniversary and going to the Eagle. Now, Rebecca, are you a big Eagles fan, too?
Oh, my gosh. They're my favorite of all time.
Well, I got a feeling that somebody ought to be getting a little reward here for winning these tickets on the radio.
Me.
Oh, outstanding. I'm so happy for you guys.
I'll tell you that.
What's that? I'm sorry. Say again?
I will be doing some hair brushing.
Oh, my God. Does that go back with the Kimmer and his hair brushing? Holy smokes. That's like 1992.
I'm a long-time listener.
Oh, my God. Oh, that is so flattering. I'm so happy for you. I'm just thrilled. This has been great. Don't hang up. Don't go away. We'll take care of everything. And you guys. And by the way, we want you to call on Wednesday and tell about your event and also the celebration when they got home Tuesday night after the concert. But seriously, anyway, hold on. Don't go away. Oh, that's how cool is that? Long-time listeners and basically, as far as I'm concerned, newlyweds late in life. Good for you. What a country. Anyway, well, that's wonderful. My 510. All righty. All right, now let me finish this silly story just to show what people are like. And again, a generation of women in Long Island, gang member, woman leader named Kayla Alvarenga, 23 years old, gang leader. She found out that some guy had fallen asleep in his car in her parking spot in front of her house. She told him to get out of there. He apparently said no and I fell back asleep again. It's around like midnight the other day. So she called a 28-year-old friend of his who was caught here in Georgia trying to get away for a role in the murder. 3 teenagers also were called. They were instructed to go to her house and forcibly get rid of the guy in front of her home. They pulled up in a luxury BMW, which they had just carjacked 2 hours earlier. So the guy and the 3 teenagers dragged this guy from his car, beat him like crazy, stole his Camaro. He escaped and ran to a nearby gas station. This girl ordered the gang to find him, abduct him, and murder him. They pistol whipped him repeatedly during the ride to a nearby church parking lot, and she, the gang leader woman, 23 years old, said, "Kill him." So they shot him 4 times as he tried to crawl away. They left his body and fled to dump the 2 stolen cars. And they've all been caught. 23-year-old gang woman ordered a guy killed because he was parking in front of her house at midnight. And she just said, "Kill him." 23. Long Island. Good Lord. I mean, I don't... Where does that come from? Is there nothing that could have had? And obviously she's a leader, so she clearly has something going on for her leadership qualities or determination of goal things. So clearly, I mean, what a life she could have had. How do you get to be a gang leader at 23 and start ordering killings for parking in your street? Wow. This is definitely not one world. All right, 5:13. We'll do sports stuff coming up. Go Braves. Pete Davis, holy crap, just like normal. Everything's fine. 5:13. Kimber, Pete, Flounder, and Nitro on the board. And here we go. Look out.
Neil Bortz is only live on Extra 106.3, bringing you daily commentary on the biggest topics of the day. Catch him throughout the day or hear his latest on the Extra 106.3 app.
Hey, it's Drake Baldwin. Everyone knows my winning team on the field, but when there's no hot water, I need a win at my home base. When it comes to plumbing, my winning team is Superior. Superior Plumbing is there whenever I need a leak repaired, toilet replaced, or a water heater installed. For over 40 years, they've been Atlanta's go-to plumbers, and Superior is still locally owned. For Superior, there's no job too small.
For Superior, the honest one, 770-422-PLUM.
It's official. President Trump has endorsed Burt Jones for governor.
Burt Jones has been an incredible leader. This man has my complete and total endorsement, and I really want to see him win.
Burt Jones is a trusted Trump conservative who's leading the fight to end Georgia's state income tax.
He's going to make a great, great governor. You will be very happy, Georgia. Burt Jones has my complete and total endorsement.
Paid for by Burt Jones for Georgia.
Hey, this is Lowe's with Terry from Alpharetta, who just purchased a new car with the Honest Car Guy, the new, fully transparent, honest way to buy your next vehicle. Terry, tell us about your experience.
I have a son serving in the military. He's active duty with limited time to look for a car. My son was looking for a used Hyundai Veloster, and I had heard about the Honest Car Guy on the radio, decided that might be a route to go, and we made a phone call over the weekend. He screen shared the information with us. We looked over the vehicle, and he took the reins from there, and they were able to walk us through the process of buying the car. We're very clear and transparent, and next thing we knew, we had a car in the driveway.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
Living with everyday pain is like having a voice that always says, no, you can't do that. No, you better sit this one out. It's no way to live. So if pain is affecting you, see how Relief Factor can help get you back to life on your terms. One where you say yes a lot more. Relief Factor is a daily supplement that fights pain naturally. Developed by doctors, Relief Factor's unique formula of natural ingredients does not just mask pain, it helps reduce or eliminate it for good. Whether it's your back, neck, joints, or muscles, Relief Factor can help you, as it has for so many others. So call 1-800-4RELIEF and give Relief Factor's 3-week quick start a try. It's only $19.95, less than $1 a day to get your life back. Just go to ReliefFactor.com or call 1-800-4RELIEF. That's 1-800-4RELIEF. And see how you can say yes to more of everything you want.
It was on this day in 1852, Peter Roget's Thesaurus released to the public with 15,000 words. I asked Grok if there was another word for thesaurus, and she said, well, it's already a book of synonyms, so not really. And now, holy crap, it's sports with Pete Davis.
Spencer Strider set to start Sunday in Denver. If I'm him, I'm like, can't you push me back a start? Do I have to do it in Coors Field right off the bat here?
Who wants to go there or that air?
Yeah, seriously.
Man.
Well, it's J.R. Ritchie Day at Truist Park. In other words, the rookie right-hander is starting against Detroit tonight.
Good.
Ritchie won his first Major League start last week up in Washington, D.C. He's going to face 2-time Cy Young Award winner Tarek Skubal and the Tigers tonight. So, enjoy your day out there. Maybe the best pitcher in baseball up against you tonight.
Yeah, unfortunately, we didn't get that guy Skubal, man. I think wasn't he available at the end of last year?
I think it may be end of another.
Talk. Yeah,
his contract may be up again this year too. I can't remember exactly how it was.
Pretty impressive.
Last night the Braves took the lead and held on to beat the Tigers 5-2. Ozzie Albies had this nugget of joy.
Ozzie batting from the right side against the lefty Holton. And he swings it. It's one high and deep to left field. That's going to send Green back. Green to the wall. And it's gone! Home run, Ozzie Albies. And it's 5-0 Braves. Ozzie with that powerful right-handed swing. And he jumped all over that pitch from Holton, drove it out of here into the Tiger bullpen. Make it a 5-0 lead on Ozzie's 6th home run of the season. And for his career, RBI's 5.
Ben Ingram on 680 The Fan. Right now, it's where you should listen. Ronald Acuna Jr., 2 doubles and an RBI. Martin Perez got the win. He's now 2-1. 5 scoreless innings, 2 hits, 4 walks, 5 strikeouts. Rookie Didier Fuentes had 2 innings without allowing a run, too. Aaron Bummer gave up a late 2-run homer. Dylan Lee is back from paternity list tonight, so Carlos Carrasco designated for assignment. Tough game for Detroit last night as they lose starter Casey Mize to a groin injury, and Javi Baez injured his leg sliding into first base trying to avoid a tag. He had to be carted off. He's now on the 10-day injured list, a right ankle sprain. It could have been worse. It looked bad. Well, the Hawks got waxed in New York City, 126-97 last night.
I tried to watch it. When I tuned in, they were down by 19. I thought, oh, my God.
Let's put them on national TV so they can just,
Jeez.
Anyway, let's see. The Knicks are up 3-2. And frankly, the Knicks are bigger and tougher and have played together longer.
Yeah.
So
they did look tough. They were roughing up the Hawks last night, about the part I saw.
Game 6 here in Atlanta will be maybe Thursday. I'm trying to think. I didn't look at the schedule closely.
Probably.
Winner stay home time for the Hawks. And not a good day for the Hawks either. This just popped up on TMZ. You know it's not good when your team is up on TMZ.
That's why I said,
Ex-Atlanta Hawks Vice President of Finance, Lester T. Jones Jr., sentenced to more than 3 years in prison, embezzling $3.7 million in team money and charging luxurious vacations and jewelry purchases to the company credit card. He's joined them in 2016. It was on the American Express. Spent $80,000 on trips to the Bahamas and Thailand. $100,000 in Saks Fifth Avenue. $115,000 diamond ring. $22,000 in watches. $160K for concerts and other events. Jones Jr. pleaded guilty to wire fraud back in December. Sentenced 3 years and 5 months in Slammer. And he has been ordered to pay back $3,898,486 in restitution.
Wow. Lester T. Jones, is that what you said? Is that something like
Lester T. Jones Jr. They handed him the credit card, and he went to town.
Holy cow.
Well, it looks like both the men's and women's NCAA basketball tournaments are going to be increased to 76 teams next year. The tournament will start around Christmas.
Wait a minute. Are you serious?
Well, not about the Christmas part, but 76 teams.
Yeah. How are they going to do that?
Okay, no more playing games. Okay, knock that off. You got 76 chances to get in. Okay, no more playing games. That's just me.
God.
Everybody who wants to leave the Live Golf Tour and play on the PGA Tour again, step forward.
Yeah.
Not so fast, Mickelson.
Yeah, oh boy.
Former ESPN host Trey Wingo says, don't hold your breath to see Phil Mickelson back on the PGA circuit. Trey saying, quote, I can promise you one person that you'll never see in any way in an official capacity with the PGA Tour is Phil Mickelson. That bridge has been burned, detonated, destroyed, nuked, lasered to death. There is no building that bridge back, end quote.
Yeah. He was pretty strong about this live business and the PGA Tour and stuff like that. And plus, he's 50 years old almost, isn't he now? I mean, so he's
over 50.
Have an impact or anything.
Maybe he's not.
I don't think he's quite 50 yet. I don't know, but he was up there, so he's not going to have an impact anyway these days.
An outdoor pro tennis match in Sarasota came to a brief halt amid sounds of A, jet planes flying overhead, B, construction noise, or C, loud sex.
I'm going to go with C on this one.
All right. Francis Tiafoe was about to serve Mitchell Kruger during their Tuesday night match in the Sarasota Open when he paused and flashed a smile of disbelief over the sound of a woman moaning in pleasure. Okay. Broadcaster Mike Cation initially described the sounds as coming from someone playing a porno video in the stands, but then said, no, it's coming from a nearby apartment.
Oh, boy.
Both players had fun with the situation. The crowd was laughing. Kruger hit a ball over in the direction of the sounds, and Tiafoe screamed, it can't be that good. 40 love.
Oh, man. Did he get any response, I wonder?
I don't know if he got any response, but somebody was having a good time.
Wow.
And how bad has it gotten for Mike Vrabel and his family? TMZ is now following Mrs. Vrabel around and reporting that she's still wearing her wedding ring.
Oh, leave her alone. My God.
She can't go anywhere. They're going to be following her. She's not even a
kids
celebrity.
to school too, probably. I mean, they ought to be shot. I mean, that's just bad.
Oh, and by the way, the apologist spin doctor, I'm really the victim here tour has begun. The money been spread around, I'm sure. Crybaby Chris Carter's out there making the rounds saying that Diana Rossini is really the victim here, and they're doing this to her because, of course, she's a woman.
Yeah. Well, even as I understand, even her company had to kind of apologize to the staff, saying that he handled the whole thing wrong and stuff. I mean, this is really just ugly. I mean, what the? It's ugly. It makes me.
Somebody commented on the internet. Maybe if she wasn't getting side penis on the side with everybody else's husband, maybe this wouldn't be happening.
I mean, just
allegedly.
They're horrible.
Here's a perfect example of the media making a story out of nothing. Standing in the batter's box Saturday, Cubs infielder Nico Horner looked stunned after hearing Dodgers catcher Dalton Rushing call opposing backstop Miguel Amaya, according to the internet lip readers and later confirmed by Horner, a fat blank after advancing on a wild pitch in a clip that has gone viral. Okay, you got an athlete calling another athlete a name in the heat of battle on a playing field. How will we ever recover as a nation? The national media is making a big deal about this. I've heard much worse on a baseball field in the men's over 30 league. I'm telling you.
And Little League, for that matter. Oh, hell, in fact, hold on. Sorry to interrupt you. Keep your place. Flounder, tell them what we talked about yesterday.
We talked about a few things.
The baseball game with the Jodie Foster and the words and the baseball player who said, this whole team is filled with
Bad News Bears.
Bad News Bears. The Bad News Bears. Remember that kid used the N-word all over the place? It's nothing but blanks and blanks and blanks. Anyway, so...
That wasn't Jodie Foster.
No, it was
Tatum O'Neal.
Tatum O'Neal. Yeah, I knew it was close here. But the little boy was using the N-word and all kinds of stuff. Anyway, I'm sorry, Pete, please continue. My bad.
Well, Rushing was just mad he allowed a stolen base to another catcher. It's kind of embarrassing. And it's the second time Rushing has made the news using the F word. Earlier this season against the Giants, after a play at the plate that shook up San Francisco outfitter Jung-Hoo Lee, Rushing walked toward his dugout and then looked back and appeared to say, blank him.
Well,
he's old school. And he's denying it. It sounds like old school baseball to me.
Yeah.
You need villains.
Yeah. You didn't hit him in the face. You called him a name. My God.
Yeah, good for him. I like it. Yeah. Our heartwarming story of the day comes from the world of hockey. At the Sabres-Bruins game in Buffalo, singer Cammie Clune was singing the Canadian national anthem while trying to.
Yeah.
Her mic kept cutting out and finally stopped completely. And for a second or two, there was silence until 19,000 fans up in Buffalo stepped in to help the singer belt out the lyrics to the Canadian national anthem themselves.
Well, as it should be. Well done.
It's
Well
very
done.
nice,
Yeah.
you know. You gotta want. I guess it's because all the Canadian players, even those 2 American teams that were playing.
Yeah, this is Buffalo, but they might have also
it's
known
close
it
enough.
anyway.
It's South Canada anyway. It's Buffalo.
Yeah,
so-
basically. Yeah.
1939 on this date, a chilly Saturday afternoon at Yankee Stadium, Lou Gehrig came to the plate in the 4th inning. He singled off a Washington pitcher, Ken Chase, his 2,721st and last hit, the most ever in franchise history. The Iron Horse's record will stand for over 70 years. Who broke it?
Pete Rose. Oh, sorry.
Did Pete Rose play for the Yankees?
Cincinnati Reds.
That's right. So who broke the Yankees record for most hits? 2009.
Oh, I was a guy on steroids. He used to play for Texas.
No. Not
Rodriguez.
No.
J-Rod.
No, not him.
Well,
Played
all right.
shortstop.
Then,
Derek Jeter.
Derek Jeter.
Derek Jeter,
Yeah.
rat-faced kid.
Yeah,
Yes,
there you
that's
go.
exactly him. 1953, Braves first baseman Joe Adcock, 475-foot third-inning blast in the team's win over the hometown New York Giants. The first player in Major League game to homer into the Polo Grounds center field bleachers.
Wow.
The Coogan's Bluff feat, which will occur for the third and final time when Hank Aaron and Lou Brock go deep on 2 straight days in 1962.
Outstanding. Cool.
Pretty cool. 1983, after a 7-2 loss to L.A. at Wrigley Field. You should remember this.
Yeah.
Cubs manager Lee Ilya launches into an obscenity-laced tirade.
I remember that.
That will become a much-reported story on the airwaves and print for days. The Chicago skipper's rant clearly shows his frustration with the team's fan base.
The fans.
And I will clean up the quotes here.
Yeah, here we go.
The bleepers don't even work. That's why they're out at the bleeping game. They ought to go out and get a bleeping job and find out what it's like to go out and earn a bleeping living. 85% of the bleeping world is working. The other 15 come here. A bleeping playground for the bleepers. Rip them bleepers. Rip them bleeping bleepers like the bleeping players. End quote.
That's the manager of the Cubs.
Pound those Budweisers, guys. 2004 at the Indianapolis Victory Field, the International League's contest between the hometown Indians and Louisville Bats delayed for 20 minutes before the 4th inning. The maintenance crew is called in to the dugout. What do you think happened?
Pipe burst.
Close. First baseman Jeff Leifer went into the bathroom.
Oh.
The door jammed, and he couldn't get back out.
Oh, no.
20 minutes when he came out, he was greeted with a standing ovation, and the opposing team came out with a gift, a roll of toilet paper.
Where was this?
Indianapolis.
I'll be damned.
And air sport.
Pretty cool. Well, a couple things here, Pete Davis. We have some birthdays for you, sir. Luis Aparicio.
Oh, I loved him.
Remember
White
Luis?
Sox.
Yeah, White Sox. Luis, back in the day when the White Sox actually would have players and played baseball, and they were around. Luis Aparicio, was he a shortstop, wasn't he, or second base? Shortstop. 92-year-old Hall of Famer.
Oh, good for him.
92. Jonathan Toews, I think is how you pronounce it, the hockey player, Toews. Jonathan Toews is
Taze. I think
is that pronounced Taze? I know it's unusual. I could have gotten it wrong. And he's 38. And I don't know if he's still playing, but he was a force. I remember he was in a lot of highlight reels over the years. Anyway, another golfing thing, Johnny Miller. The famous golfer is 79 years old today. And a quick Johnny Miller, this is just strictly for golfers. If you're a golfer, I think you'll enjoy this or appreciate this. Johnny Miller, back in the 70s, I think won more tournaments in the 70s than any golfer's ever won in one decade or something like that. He won everything. He won by low scores. He won the U.S. Open. He won everything in the early 70s. He was absolutely a force. And Johnny Miller, I used to watch him when they play the Champions of Golf replay on whatever it is, and they show the old announcers back in the day, and in 1962 or whatever. And one of the shows had Johnny Miller was one of the stars, and I remember very clearly that when Johnny Miller in his heyday was winning tournaments, when he had a shot of 125 yards. he hit a 9-iron. A 9-iron. That would be a lob wedge today. And a 9-iron, the pros today will hit a 9-iron at least 160. And he hit it 125 in the 70s. That's the change in equipment and balls. And it's all because of that. One more quick birthday thing. Remember Jim Ryan, the runner? He was also a congressman from Kansas. And Jim Ryan is 79 years old today, for the record.
He was one of the chapters in a book my mother gave me as a child called Winners Never Quit.
Really?
By Phil Pepe.
How cool is that? And one more quick thing here, Pete. On this day in 1986, drug user Roger Clemens became the first pitcher to strike out 20 batters in one game. Red
By
Sox
cheating.
against the Mariners. What's that?
Well, probably wasn't cheating at that time, but he
No,
did later.
that was 1986, but either way. Anyway, Kimmer Pete, Flounder Nitro on the board, 531. We got so much more Flounders Funny coming up and tweets and goofy stuff here. Look at 1063. How you doing? Look at.
You've been warned. If the Dems win the midterms, the border opens back up. Impeachment comes down, and you get more riots in the streets. Now's the time to hunker down and vote red. Count on Extra 1063 to bring you the stories that matter from the most trusted voices in the country. Proud to be Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station. Extra 1063 FM and the Extra app.
Braves Country, your season just got even better. Introducing Braves.tv, the new way to stream over 140 Braves games with no local blackouts. Watch live or on demand on any device. No cable, no satellite, no hassle. Monthly subscriptions are now available for $19.99. That's less than 70 cents a game. So head to Braves.tv to subscribe today. Atlanta Braves Baseball. We are Braves Country.
The best time to shop for a new car is when selection is strong and the offer is clear. Right now at Marietta Toyota, the new 2026 Toyota Camry is all hybrid and in stock. It's built for commuters with exceptional fuel efficiency, up to 53 miles per gallon in the city. Voted Best of Cop, Best New Car Dealership, and Best Dealership Service Center. Here's the difference you don't get everywhere. Every new Toyota comes with our nationwide lifetime powertrain warranty, unlimited time, and unlimited mileage for as long as you own your Toyota. For well-qualified buyers, special APR financing is available on the new 2026 Camry, 4.99% APR for 72 months. We're right where we've always been, Cobb Parkway South, just north of Truist Stadium. Marietta Toyota since 1975. We've been here and we'll be here for you.
4.99% APR for 72 months with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. Not all buyers will qualify. Offer ends May 4th, 2026. Lifetime powertrain warranty included with every new Toyota purchase. See dealer for details.
Veterans and active duty service members, when your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
You've worked hard to save, and many even have a financial advisor. But is your portfolio as efficient as it can be? I'm here today with Evan Ward of Atlas Retirement, where our listeners can get a second opinion on their retirement savings. So, Evan, tell folks the biggest benefits of getting that second look.
Well, it's clarity. It's confidence. And I had a client come in the other day, and she thought, and she is, exceptionally conservative financially. And that's the way she had told her financial advisor to investors. She thought she was paying very little in fees. We came into the full review of her portfolio. She was taking a great deal of risk, so much so that she, in a good market, was down like 15, 20%. But then the thing that really put her over the top, the thing that she had no idea is she was paying about 4.5% a year in fees. It was an outrageous kick in the teeth to her. But the good news is there are ways to fix that problem pretty quickly and get you in line with what you actually thought you had.
Second opinions obviously are important, Evan, and as is reviewing what you have in place, right? You don't want to set it and forget it. You don't want to put a retirement plan together and just think, okay, now I'm good for the future, right?
Well, the way I view retirement and retirement plans is they're living, breathing things. Because the one thing I can promise you, I can promise me, and I can promise every single person that walks in our office is life will throw you curveballs.
Mm-hmm.
Things will change, and we've got to adapt with them. So if we aren't having annual reviews, and as you get closer to retirement, even more so, we have to adapt and build from there.
If you'd like a second opinion when it comes to your savings and investments, call Atlas Retirement for a complimentary second opinion today. That number is 678-736-7799. That's 678-736-7799. Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor.
A simple act of generosity changed everything. A journey from alone and abandoned to one of the most successful businessmen in Georgia history. Here's Rick Jackson.
I spent Christmas Eve alone in a children's home. When I woke up, a Good Samaritan had left me $100.
Rick Jackson knows what it's like to go without. That's why he'll fight career politicians who talk about cutting income taxes and property taxes, but never deliver.
Unlike career politicians, I know how some extra money can change everything. That's why I'll freeze your property taxes and slash the income tax in half.
Conservative businessman Rick Jackson will deliver the Georgia results that failed career politicians never will.
I'll get you a boatload of your money back, or I won't run again. It's as simple as that.
The conservative outsider who will deliver real tax relief. Rick Jackson for governor. Paid for by Jackson for Governor, Inc.
Extra 1063 personalities aren't afraid to tell it like it is.
Without Donald Trump, nothing that's going on would be happening right now. Donald Trump is changing the world.
And you'll never hear us spew that violent rhetoric from the left. So don't be afraid to tell it like it is. Because we're happy to have you as part of the Extra community.
I particularly like Donald Trump's actions in getting illegal aliens the hell out of this country.
Extra 1063 and the Extra app.
I got the paper standing straight up, baby. YouTubers, enjoy the crap out of this.
If only other things could do that.
Hey, I take the little gifts where I get them, mister. Oh, look out. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer with the whole crew here. Now, I don't know much about these guys here. This is Keith Ferguson here. Or at least part of the group.
Yeah, just part of the group.
Part of the group, not him singing. And it was, it's tough enough stuff. Tough enough. Keith Ferguson. On this day, 1977, Keith Ferguson was the bass guitarist for the Fabulous Thunderbirds. And Keith Ferguson, in 1997, this day, died of liver failure. He was only 50. He had a 30-year-long addiction to heroin. And they had the hit songs like this one in 1980s, Tough Enough and Wrap It Up. And they say it was the heroin that pretty much did him in. Phone calls take priority. Jesse, you're on the radio. Welcome aboard, Jesse. How's it going, my friend? What's up?
Hey, Kimmer, Deep Flounder, Nitro.
Yes, sir.
I'm glad you're still recovering really well. I just wanted to call in, and I've told you in the past that you helped me so much with my anxiety issues and stuff like that. And recently, about 4 weeks ago, I've been receiving a treatment called TMS. It's transcranial magnetic stimulation. They put a big magnet to your head, and it delivers transcranial shocks to your brain to help stimulate certain neurons and stuff like that. It's supposed to help with my Tourette's, my anxiety issues, and my depression.
Excellent.
And I just wanted to say, personally, again, thank you guys so much for being on every day. This is so much more than just a show to me. It's 3 hours of anxiety-free and depression-free just living, and I could be having the worst days, and when you guys come on, or even when I listen to your replays, I mean, you guys just make my day, and I'm able to listen to my headphones while I go in. I sit there for about an hour with this big magnet over my head and a cap. They map my brain out and everything, and it sends repeated shocks, like almost like a machine gun into your brain. And the first few times, they didn't tell me I could listen to my headphones, and it was hell. It really was. Just sitting there for an hour, it felt like it took an eternity.
Yeah.
And when I get to listen to you guys, and if it's not going on at the same time, I'll listen to the replays. It just makes the time go by so much faster. And this treatment, I have to go every day for 6 weeks. I'm already starting my 5th week now, and every day I go in and I put you guys on, and it just makes it go by like that.
Geez, no pressure or anything here, Jesse. I guess we've,
the whole Kimmer crew, you guys just being you and being on every day is just, I can't tell you and thank you guys enough.
Well, what a nice thing to say. Frankly, you humble me. I'm thrilled. I'm surprised. I can't believe that I ease your anxiety. I figured it'd be exactly the opposite, but.
No, you guys are hilarious, and I love listening to you guys.
Well, what a nice thing to say, Jesse. Wishing you the best always. If you ever need anything, you know how to get a hold of me and us, and we'll be there. So, it's all going to be fine. Well, thank you again. Really, you've just made my day, and made a lot more than that too. So, really appreciate it. Have a great rest of the afternoon, there, Jesse. Thanks, man. What a nice man. It just, he's been a listener for a long time, and I really treasure his friendship and his enjoyment. 542, Kimmer Pete Flounder, and Nitro, Tornado, Volcano. We got a lot of things for. Quick birthday. By the way, I missed one. I scrambled my sheet of names here, and I colored over one. I forgot Andre Agassi's birthday today. 56-year-old retired tennis great. Andre Agassi. Is he still married to? He was married to not Brooke Shield.
No, the tennis player. What was her? The good one. She was so good.
Yeah. Was she German?
German. Yeah. With the big nose.
Steffi Graf. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
She's good.
Yeah. And Andre is 56. And Carney Wilson from Wilson Phillips. Hold on, release me. Carney Phillips is 58 years old here today with a thinger. And in fact, I got a little musical thing here for you. Oh, and you know what? And then I'll do this musical thing, and then I'm going to do a little investigative piece that found out when the best time of your life is when you're most happy in a second. First of all, 1968. I missed a lot of things happened in 1968 back here in America. Hair premieres on Broadway. The tribal love rock musical gave New York theatergoers a full frontal glimpse of the burgeoning 60s counterculture by spotlighting how youths were struggling with a generation gap, the Vietnam War, navigating burgeoning drug culture. Sexual Revolution wasn't just a smash hit show. Hair was a cultural phenomenon, spawned a million-selling original cast recording, and the #1 era-defining song by the Fifth Dimension, Aquarius. Hair was not a brand new show when it opened the theater on the night in 1968. It had run in the East Village before that. It was a big enough hit that in the 6-week run, the public found financial backing. Bold move for a musical with non-traditional score. It was the first rock musical to make a play for mainstream success on the Great White Way. But the novelty didn't stop with its music or preferences. It also featured a completely nude scene in a dimly lit stage at the end. Now, potentially shocking breaks from Broadway tradition didn't turn off Broadway audiences at all. It earned Tony Award nominations, Best Direction, The guy writing for the New York Times said this: "For darker, naughtier, and more richly textured sonic experiences of the times, you turn to the Doors or Bob Dylan or Joni Mitchell or Jimi Hendrix or Janis Joplin or all of them. For an escapist dose of the sweet sound of youth, brimming with hope that the world is going to change tomorrow, you listen to Hair and Let the Sun Shine In." That was the New York Times guy, the way he wrote it. Pretty clever, and it really was a thing. 1968,
Good songs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was. Yeah, absolutely. 5:45, everybody. Holy cow. All right, coming up next, I'm going to get to this. We got another Flounders Funny. I may do a couple of tweet things. And also, when do you reach your most happy point? When are you in your life, at what age, the happiest?
Certainly not that age.
We'll see. 5:45, Chipper Pete Flounder and Tornado on 106.3. Nitro Man. Look out.
Support the advertisers and partners that share your values. Give our extra advertisers the first shot to earn your business. They will deliver for you every time and support the extra community like no one else. Connect with all of our partners online at extra1063.com.
Jaron Solomon here, and if you want to absolutely win Mother's Day, listen up. Now through May 10th, when you make a purchase at Solomon Brothers Jewelers, you can receive a free Big Green Egg Grill with qualifying purchase. And this year, for all of you out there who have taken us up on this offer before, you also have the option of a brand new Traeger. You give mom something timeless, and you get the grill everybody wants. Visit Solomon Brothers Jewelers or book your appointment at SolomonBrothers.com.
You know what you get back when you call the Trusted Toolbox? You get your time back, you get your family back, and you get your house back. No more spending weekends fixing loose doors, drywall cracks, or that list that never ends. With our handyman for a day, one skilled professional shows up, knocks out multiple repairs in one visit. Everything from drywall to ceiling fans changed out, painting, trim work, and so much more. Stop working on your house every weekend. Call the Trusted Toolbox, get your time back, and get it done right the first time. Book your appointment today at thetrustedtoolbox.com.
There's a lot riding on every digging project. You want it done and over with. And the utility companies want their underground lines untouched and intact. Georgia 811 helps connect the dots. If you're digging, submit your ticket to us at least 3 business days before the project starts. We'll notify our utility members, and they'll send locators to mark their lines at your site. Georgia 811, connecting the dots for safe digging.
Sponsored by Georgia 811.
Right now, new car prices are out of control. Yes, it's more affordable to buy a used vehicle, but can you really trust what you're getting? That's why I use VIX Auto Care. VIX can perform a pre-purchase inspection of the vehicle I'm thinking about. They'll check it out from top to bottom, so I know if there are any potential problems. VIX helps me make the right decision. So before you buy, give VIX a try. VIX Auto Care on Roswell Street in Marietta. Visit them at VIXAutoCare.com. That's VIKS Autocare.com.
The Morning Extra, every weekday on your drive to work.
There isn't one state, and there's not one demographic. It doesn't matter if you're black, Hispanic, white, Asian. Every single demographic thinks that the Save America Act is a good thing. Every single state, even the liberal states, thinks the Save America Act is a good thing. So let's not pretend like it's not a very good thing for America and a very popular thing for America. So what they're really fighting on is just like they did with transgenders, just like they did with men competing in women's sports, just like they've done with so many things in education, energy, the unpopular things that once again make them the king of the ashes.
Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station is Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra 106.3 app.
All right, here we go. The Jam. Yeah, like I know about the Jam here. Now, is this heavy metal? Is this is that what you would call this? Sorry, heavy metal. The Jam, is that heavy?
No,
the Jam, heavy metal?
No, it's not pop. It's
I don't know. What do you call it?
New wave.
New wave. Okay.
Semi-punk.
Okay, all right. 1977, the Jam released their first single in the city. Number 40 in Britain, English punk rock, it says here. Formed in Woking, Surrey, fronted by Paul Weller, who had 18 top 40 hits and 4 number ones in Britain. The Jam, 1977. Okay. Yeah, sounds good to me. Let's see, a couple of birthdays here. Speaking of singers, Tommy James, as in Tommy James and the Shondells. Tommy James is 79. Crimson and Clover, Crystal Blue, Persuasion. My favorite was I Think We're Alone Now. I still love that silly song. Zubin Mehta, the conductor, 90. Nora Dunn is 74. And you're going to hear more from Jerry Seinfeld here in a minute. And Kate Mulgrew, who was Captain Janeway on Star Trek Voyager and read the prison kitchen trustee on Orange is the New Black. Kate Mulgrew is 71 years old today. And on this day in history, 1961, the agony of defeat, the thrill of victory. It all happened on TV for the first time in 1961 on ABC's Wide World of Sports. Showed the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat for the first time, where that skier went down the ski run jump thing and collapsed, hit the side and went side. Oh, man. And that's one of the most famous sports items of all time. And also on TV, the TV thing, 2018, The Simpsons passed Gunsmoke for the highest number of episode-counted TV shows of all time. Gunsmoke had 635 episodes in 20 years. The Simpsons had more than 150 more than that and counting. Are they still on? I guess they're even still on, aren't they? Are Simpsons still on? Holy cow. What a thing. Good for them. All right, now. Let's see. Let's do this because I want to do this. There was a study done, and it, was done mostly for British people, but I think you can relate to this and see if you don't agree. A new survey revealed the age at which people reach their peak health and happiness. That age. Flounder, what would you get? But you probably know the story.
Yeah, I read the story.
How about Nitro? What would your guess be at the age, if you had to pick a number of the age at which an adult, or a person rather, is most happy, the most happiest?
I'd say 45.
You're very close, 47 years old. And it says here, according to the clinical education therapy type people, it comes as a result of focusing on internal health over appearance. And you'll reach your peak health and happiness at around 47. You get older, you begin to realize health isn't about what's visible. It's how well you feel, how well your body functions, how you're doing, understand your bodies better, conscious about your eating habits, well-being. Wild days of partying and boozing tend to be behind you when you're 45 or so years old. A lot of them, of course, now have children or even grandchildren in their late 40s. People reacting say, I feel like my 40s have been so much better than my 30s. I know who I am. I have boundaries in place. Got rid of the bad apples. We feel comfortable in our own skins. Don't stress about the little things we used to. 40's not the end of anything. It's the beginning of everything. And 47, ironically, 46, 47 was the age when I started making money and when I found my forever true love. Well, it didn't turn out that way, but that's the truth. I was 46, 47. And that was when my life was at its peak of everything I'd ever wanted and worked for and earned. And I had it starting right there. And it's gone now, of course, but still, I mean, I can see where they found that. Pete, does that sound about right to you there, Pete Davis?
Absolutely no.
No.
Absolutely
I'll bet
no.
you're,
I was working 2 jobs, trying to get out of debt. The only good thing about 47, it was the last whole year my parents were alive. That's the only good thing about that year.
You're probably happier now than you were 10 years ago, I'll bet you. I'll bet you
I'm
are.
Ecstatic now compared to where I was. I was okay when I lived in Sandy Springs, the apartment. That was fun. I had a good time there. Yeah. But it was very more solitary. Here, there's actually you feeling of family. Friends and family and a belonging, like a community.
Yeah. Well, that's a plan for most of us. And Flounder, luckily, has found his lady relatively late in life.
Yeah, definitely.
But it gives you a chance to finally found the thing to lead to the happiness of your old age.
Because again, I was single most of my life. And like you said, in your 30s, and now that I'm in my 40s, I don't need or drink as much or do any of that kind of stuff. I mean, I still do, but nothing like 20s and 30s, and no reason to.
Well, you have other responsibilities and other goals.
It's fun, like, as a homeowner now, like, we're much more involved in our community, and we stay and hang out a lot in Roswell. Don't really go far from our home, so we really enjoy it.
Well, they say 47 is pretty much
It's funny, because I'm 48.
Well, there you go. Yeah. Well, a couple of years ago, you were 46, 45. So that would, again, for you, that also kind of fit. Anyway, I thought it was kind of interesting. That was a great time. I had everything planned to have the greatest, end of life of all time. Like Borks or something, And then all of a sudden, this is the worst time of my life.
You got to remember what Scarlett said.
Yeah, Scarlett said, frankly, my dear. No, what did Scarlett say? Never be hungry again.
Tomorrow is another day.
Another day. I will never be hungry again.
That was a good one, too. I like that one.
Oh, mercy. Well, here's a good one for you. Harvey Rapstein tried to fight. His trial's going on, the latest of his trials, after an overturn in a hung jury, the third trial of a woman named Jessica Mann, now 40 years old, who broke down hysterically on the witness stand when she recounted in court for the third time in the Harvey Rapstein trial how the disgusting, grotesque 300-pound Weinstein pinned her down on a bed, raped her, and tried to get her into a three-way when she kept saying, no, I tried to leave. She had her hands pinned above her head during the sex attack. He treated me like he owned me. He raped her later that year. She said he was so heavy she passed out. He crushed her so heavy, he was so fat and heavy that she literally passed out after he raped her.
Fatty Arbuckle.
Yeah, exactly. He killed a woman. Yeah.
He did.
27-year-old at the time, she launched her acting career. And she testified she had a consensual relationship at first, but then all of a sudden she thought he would help her in the business. Just like the governor of California's wife, Newsom. His wife was one of Harvey's couch girls, I think. Yeah, that's what I heard. Anyway, but she said he was so fat and disgusting and tried to get her in a three-way, and it was so bad that she actually passed out.
I want names.
What's that?
I want names. What's her name? What was the other person's
her name is Jessica Mann, 40 years old now. This happened some time ago.
I wonder what she was ever in anything.
It doesn't say whether he actually got her jobs or not. And the other girl involved was an Italian girl named Emanuela Pastaccini. Italian chick in a hotel in Beverly Hills. Oh, good grief. I mean, please. Anyway, let's see. Oh, by the way, Erica Kirk is now blasting Kimmel's cruel joke, the latest one. He kind of doubled down and everything else. And by the way, for the record, there used to be a fairness doctrine. It's gone. The fairness doctrine was passed, and it said, from years and years ago, it said, if you start talking about one issue, you have to cover other sides to give people a chance to talk. Well, that's ridiculous. You can't, you just can't run a program that way. So that's gone. There is an equal time provision, and that is concerning political advertising. So when people say, when they talk about Jimmy Kimmel, it has nothing to do with anything with the FCC or fairness or anything else, unless he's trying to promote one political candidate over another. But it's not, news shows are exempt from anything, but he's not a news show. So the debate has been whether the government should get involved. They should stay the hell out of it. It's bad programming. That's why he should be fired, because he sucks, not because he broke any laws. He has a right to be a jerk. Hey, one more Flounders Funny. Here you go there, Nitro. One more.
In fact, I am now a married family guy. When I was last here, I was a younger man. I was 45. I got married at the age of 45. I am 53 now. 45 is late to get married. Clearly, I had some issues. And I was enjoying those issues while I had them. But being, 45, that's 25 years of dating. Do you know how exhausting that is? Do you know how much acting fascinated that is? What is this? Your sister is thinking of leasing a Hyundai Elantra. What the hell are you talking about? But I love being married. I love being married because when you're married, you wake up ready. You roll out of bed ready with answers to challenging questions that women are working on through the night. Deep philosophical, hypothetical issues that no one has ever considered before. If you faked your own death and I found out about it, what would you say then? It's like being on a game show when you're married and you're always in the lightning round. It's not an easy game show. I feel like I should have a podium in my house that I could stand behind, has my name in a little oval at the front, a little hand button clicker. I'll take movies I think we saw together for 200.
Jerry Seinfeld, 72 years old today. Nitro, God bless America. Good to see you. Flounders, all in Veronica and Mrs. Flounder, happy anniversary. Pete Davis in the mountains of Macon, better every day. And God bless America. Christine, sing me home, baby, because I got to go. You're killing me. Look on herp.
This is WFOM and W292EV Marietta on Dickey Broadcasting Station. Locally owned and heard throughout Georgia on the Extra app.
There's no end date. I'm Lisa Lacera, Fox News. President Trump isn't setting a timeline for ending the U.S. blockade of Iran.
The president says the blockade of Iran's ports has been 100% foolproof.
It shows how good our Navy is. I can tell you that. Nobody's going to play games.
President Trump says Iran's economy is in real trouble, but adds he's not sure how soon Iran would agree to U.S. demands over its nuclear program.
They've come a long way. The question is whether or not they're going to go far enough.
The president rejected an Iranian offer to reopen the Strait of Hormuz in